back to Dimension 20 Live presents Fantasy High Sophomore Year. I'm your humble Dungeon Master, Brendan Lee Mulligan. With me, as always, are our Intrepid Heroes. Say hi, Intrepid Heroes!
Hi, Intrepid Heroes!
Holy moly. All right, guys, a little bit of housekeeping. We're feeling rowdy here tonight. We're full of beans, as you might say.
You don't know what that. They don't know what that means.
I know it's so rude to put an inside joke from before we went live.
We're not going to tell you. It's an inside joke.
Yeah.
We'll put clues in the Discord 3 years from today.
I have dice that are full of beans.
Dice that are full of beans.
Murph is obsessed with his new little bean dice, and we're all like, please stop talking about it.
Housekeeping. Guys, a couple things. Number one, Tiny Heist comes out at midnight Pacific tonight. Episode 5, only 2 more episodes of Tiny Heist. Make sure to check it out on dropout.tv. Also, Dropout is alive and kicking. You can sign up for it, and you can get 25% off your first month of Dropout with the promo code Tiny Heist. Not Lil Beans. That's not the promo code. The promo code is Tiny Heist.
Murph's Lil Beans.
You get 25% off Murph with the promo code Lil Beans.
You can buy Murph in the merch store. Merch Murph.
Everybody relax.
It's too rowdy for Murph. And then finally, guys, our wonderful sophomore year game, our ongoing Twitch game, we're gonna add some premiumness on these episodes because we're going to announce that there are, including tonight, only 8 episodes left.
Yeah.
March, I believe 28th is going to be our last episode of Sophomore. March 25th is going to be our last episode of Sophomore year. So the story is pacing up. It's getting intense. We're coming upon the thrilling conclusion. Tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell the crew at home to tune in and
Reach
watch.
out to your estranged parents and tell them to watch Dimension 20 live on
Marketing has told us that we score incredibly high with estranged parents.
Yeah.
So please, that's a market.
I
Mom,
sent a text.
Dad,
Yeah.
if you're listening.
Dad, I know we haven't
Watch
talked
this.
in a while, but sophomore year is coming to a close.
Summary to a close. Last we left off, our intrepid heroes were in Arborlee. The village of Arborlee, which borders the forest of the Nightmare King. The bad kids, a group of teen heroes from the Eggford Adventuring Academy in the Nation of Solace and the world of Spire, are doing their High School for Heroes Spring Break big project, which is retrieving the lost crown of the Nightmare King, which was stolen from Principal Arthur Eggford's office previous year, freshman year. The quest has brought them to the pirate city of Leviathan, the elven nation of Falinel, and now they are in the lee of the forest of the Nightmare King, in the small gnomish and wood elf community of Arborlee, hidden in tall and tangled misty trees in the wake of a massive wall of briars. Our wonderful bad kids had a crustacean-themed impromptu rager in the summer home of gnomish music executive Grover Tillythatch, Crab King, Lil Shrimp. They also met Mira Silverbow, a leader of the Wood Elf Rangers here, and the leader of Arborlee, an ancient fox named Nuathra. Gorgug, Rog, and Fabian rushed off to the Tinkerer's Hall to investigate there, along with the Hangman, Hoot Growl. The Jocks all went there. Adine and Riz, Nerd Squad, headed over to the Owl and the Heart.
I got a name now?
Bumble through an interaction with a bartender, and then get up to an arcane crime scene in the room of Arianwen Abernant. And Sandra Lynn on her griffin dropped off Kristen, Tracker, and Fig over at the Shrine of Thorns, where they discovered a mural of the ancient unnamed goddess, and a portal to hell was opened. And Fig was served a subpoena. I think that's pretty much everything that happened last week. Am I forgetting anything?
As far as Adine knows, yes.
As far as Adine and Gorgug,
I get the feeling that there's something else, though. Like
Some crab. There was crab.
There was
No.
there was some good crab.
Oh, there was shrimp in the hot tub.
Shrimp in the hot
But
tub.
then there was something
We
right
gave
before
Galir an
this.
outfit.
That's
That's right. And Galir got
Yes.
trapped in the well wheel of
Yes.
the. Galir was trapped in the well wheel of the hang van.
Yeah.
Also, a tender romance blossomed
Wait, what?
between Figaro Fayed and the mistress of the compass points, Ida Eggfort.
Whoa.
Who
What? Fig is so closed off.
revealed their feelings for one another in the shadow
Fig
of the
was in
briar
disguise,
wall.
though, right?
No, Fig was not in disguise as either a middle-aged hospital worker or a middle-aged detective.
Was Fig able to skateboard away?
At first, but she quickly stopped after pulling a sick trick.
Stop! No way!
You know, some things are almost
You're
too strange
right.
to believe. So that's our recap for last week. This week we leave with the bad kids moving throughout Arborlee with the leave of Nuathra the fox, having gone to various places to collect various clues. We're going to go ahead and begin our adventure and restart this new chapter back at the Tinkerer's Hall. Within the Tinkerer's Hall, massive gears turn around, bubbling beakers of different brightly colored liquids go next to like weird accordion flaps that are pumping strange brass pipes like boom, 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 boom. A lot of clockwork things. A little clockwork chittering toy bounces off a desk somewhere, and a bunch of gnomes in leather aprons with wrenches and gizmos and gadgets jump to try to grab it. And Fabian, Gorgug, and Rog are introduced to the Tinkerer's Hall by the head tinkerer, Crumpkin Springbill. A jolly, rotund, bushy-mustached, goggle-wearing, soot-covered gnome, who says, "Well, we're happy to help you all around there, gents. So, what's anything I can do for you?"
Well, I think we covered a lot of it last week, but I was just thinking, or earlier, right before this, Mr. Crumpkin,
Mere moments ago.
Mr. Crumpkin Springbill. Can I call you Mr. Crumpkin or Crumpkin?
Please, if you like, you can call me Crumpkin.
I'm looking at these boots that make you bounce, and I would love to just take a gander at them. And
Would you like
love
us to
this
put
design.
some what?
I love the design.
Yeah, well, a Salesian artificer like that design. Can you believe it, Polly? You see, he elbows the gnomish woman who's got like ornithopter, elbows her a little bit, and she goes, "I can't believe it either!" And her wings sprawling out as she's elbowed, and she flies off into the corner of the workshop. He says, "Look out! Oh, that's where we stacked all the old pots and pans. All right. Well, we'd be happy to load your boots up with springs if you want. Do you want springs in your jerkin or your tunic or your breeches or anything else?"
You guys good on springs? How many springs you're looking for?
I think we're good on springs.
Rob, you good on springs?
Could I just have a loose one?
I could ask them about it.
Yeah, just like a loose
Can we get one loose spring? And then I would love some springs in my boot.
Go, is this what we're here for? Are we here to get springs in your boots?
This is not necessarily exactly what we're here for,
Okay.
but I'm here for some springs in my boots.
Okay, fair.
And then if you have anything like something that could shock somebody back, spare the dying maybe.
As you begin to elaborate the kind of effects you're looking for, the gnomes begin to come through and happily, having Nuathra had come by and said, any resources these adventurers need, they're going to go reclaim the crown of the Nightmare King. They get to work right away, just putting all your stuff together. And you see that as you step away, two young gnomish twins that they're not the tall conical hats, they're a little bit of a shallower cone, but they each have a little like tuft on a spring that bobbles around. Like pull your chucks off, like and rush off to go put springs in them. So you're kind of walking around with socks right now.
Feet are sweaty.
Yeah, don't put shoes on.
I don't have another pair of shoes, Fabian.
Well, you don't have two pairs of shoes?
Not on me.
Oh.
How many pairs of shoes do you have on you?
Here with me or just in general?
Both, I guess.
I mean, in general, somewhere between 250 and 312, depending on how many have been thrown away or
God.
given away to the children. And then on me, I mean, I have.
You give your shoes to little tiny children?
Well, I have smaller feet, and I believe the children
Oh,
also.
look at those little things.
Hey, all right now.
I never really looked at your feet before.
Whoa! All right,
Fabian,
all
oh
right.
my
Everyone,
God.
please step away from my
Can we
feet.
roll a d6 to see how big his feet are?
No, my.
Five. Size 5.
He wears a size 5 shoe.
Well, I have delicate feet, all right? My father had small feet, and I also have small feet. My mother's feet are relatively average size. You know, I'm lithe and dexterous. And
I wear a size 19 shoe. I can't.
That's 3 of my shoes in your shoe.
I got big feet. They're half work.
Rob, what are you packing?
What am I packing, dude?
Foot-wise.
Foot-wise?
What are you packing into that shoe?
I got a size 17 and a half.
Solid. Solid. You guys got.
It's a good, honestly, it's actually considerate that Gorgug wears canvas sneakers, because, like, even with just, like, a pretty flat shoe, I trip over, like, one time you left your shoes out when they got wet outside of the van, and
yeah.
they're huge. You could, like,
Yeah.
really trip over them if you're walking around in the dark. It's bad. You see that Crumpkin walks over to you and says, "Wow, so you mentioned you wanted to know what that wood elf Killian was coming by for. We're happy. We have a logbook of everything here if you'd like to take a
Oh
look."
yeah, that'd be great. If we could
They
check that out.
slam a big logbook down in front of you. Each of you guys go ahead and make an investigate check.
Gorgug,
Looks
can
like
you do
a-
most of the reading? I am
I'll
just.
give it a.
Yes, I got a nat 1.
I got a 19 minus 1, 18.
Whoa!
Hey.
Okay. So Fabian, you look at this ledger book that has shorthand for all the alchemical goods that have been like bought and sold and used and stuff here, like an inventory.
Yeah.
You look at the numbers and letters fully just like bloop, just turned into sludge on the page in front of you. You're like, that's nothing to me. I refuse to engage with
I
that.
see that there's writing in the book.
Yeah, classic logbook, right?
Classic logbook. What did you find?
Well,
You actually, with an 18, you move through there, and you see a ton of stuff here. A bunch of magnesium, antimony, and mercury was all bought by this wood elf Killian, which are all used in the creation of various magical candles and other kind of things. You also see that 2.
Timney, like Timney Square.
What's that? There also were 2 big blocks of dusk moss incense that were checked out. Dusk moss, with investigation, with an 18 investigation, I actually say that you know what dusk moss is. It's not something you would have learned from working with your parents. It's actually something that some kids do at Egg Fort. It's a hallucinogenic moss. Basically, it puts you into a state of lucid dreaming, so that you are able to both be kind of conscious in the waking world, but also having a lucid dream experience at the same time. Wow. But you're looking at these blocks, you've never seen a block of dusk moss. Like normally it's like either a small dried powder, it's in a little baggie or something. Like, you know some kids that do dusk moss back at Egg Fort, but see, this also says dusk moss incense, which you're unfamiliar with what that is or does.
Crumpkin?
Yeah.
What's going on with well, first off, could I ask, could I purchase the exact same things as this person?
Well, absolutely, but it'll run you a pretty penny.
How much?
Well, all that put together was about 350 gold.
Okay.
Check your.
Wow!
Oh yeah. Check your coin before you give them one.
Gorgug looks at his coins.
It's a big bunch of gold coins.
Okay. You don't have like detect magic or anything, or any way to tell if a coin is special?
I mean, I could rub it in my blanket, but that's about it.
Can you rub these 350 coins in your blanket?
Can I rub my blanket on?
On the coins?
Yeah.
Give me an Arcana check.
Get a nat 20. Just really fuck this up. Nope. That'll be a 7.
Okay,
Oh no, a 9.
a 9. You rub your blanket. Why are you laughing? You don't know what I'm going to say yet.
It's also a sheet. I apologize. It's not a blanket.
You rub your blanket on the coins, There is a lull. Suddenly you perceive a pile of gold coins.
So these are the coins.
You see that Crumpkin takes it. You see that what you see with Crumpkin taking the coins, he says, "Well," and you see he gives you a bunch of antimony, mercury, magnesium. He says, and do you want the dust moss as well?
Oh.
Gorgug gets really shy, I think.
What did you give dust moss?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta warn you. You're getting 2 blocks. These blocks are set up as incense, so it's very, very powerful. And once it's lit, you can't
Unlight it.
It's the whole block's gonna go.
That's the same stuff that the kids do in the parking lot.
I don't know. I've never really tried it before, but
Me neither. Are we gonna?
I don't know. I think we should get what he got just in case it's useful,
Okay,
right?
yeah, no, great idea.
Is this a bad idea? I'm starting to sweat a lot.
Just do it. Just go. Let's just do it.
We'll take 4.
Okay, that's going to be another that's going to be another 1,200 gold pieces.
Oh, how's it that much more?
That's
block?
quadrupled.
You see that he puts a block out. A block is about like this big in front of you, so it's.
Oh no. We'll take the 2.
Okay, that weighs 600.
Okay.
I thought it was 320.
Oh, for the alchemical supplies, yes.
I see.
The dusk moss is not really an alchemical. I mean, anything's an alchemical supply depending on what you're trying to do. But the dusk moss incense is not really. It doesn't have as many general uses as the other alchemical things.
Does it do the same thing as just regular dust moss, if you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, boy, howdy, it really does.
If you're new to dusk moss,
Yeah.
what would you say dosage-wise?
Well,
You're just trying to have like a fun day.
I haven't done dusk moss in a long time. My brother, he swears by this stuff. He says that everybody should do dusk moss once, right?
Okay.
But it can be intense. It depends. Some people, want to take a little bit at a time, and it just kind of evens them out. And then other people, but normally I would say about maybe a quarter of a teaspoon of the stuff is enough to send you on an enormous trip for pretty much the whole day.
Of this, like a quarter of a teaspoon of this block? Like if you just took a little...
You could shave it off into a powder, and that powder, about a quarter of a teaspoon, will be enough for...
Okay.
Well,
We'd love, we need it.
we need a couple,
Okay.
we need the 2 blocks.
You seem really nervous.
We're not. We're totally,
would you
we
say
do this
that?
all the time. We love dusk moss.
We're
Just moss.
we love dusk moss.
Love dusk moss.
Cool. You see,
Shrooms.
you see, he says, "All right, great. So yeah, 600 gold."
Okay.
Okay. I'll help.
Rog, you see that Rog grabs your hand really quick before you give him the money and says, "You come." And you see that he goes, "What? You're police?" And Crumpkin says, "What's police?"
It's the law. Are you the law?
No, the law here is basically just the Council of Elders, Nuathra, and Mira Silverbow.
Is anyone gonna get really mad at me if I do the dusk moss? That lives here.
Why would that happen? You see that Rog grabs both your arms and says, "I think drugs are legal here." What? No way. I think drugs. I don't think there's laws about this stuff here.
Okay.
Great.
Great. Then we should not be so worried, right?
Let's buy a bunch of drugs. And
We'll just
that'll be like
buy
a
the
normal
legal
day.
drugs. We're just gonna buy the legal drugs.
We're buying legal drugs. There's
us,
nothing to be
This
scared
is
about.
literally me when I moved
The
in.
legal drugs. The thing is, it's okay that we're doing
It's so
it.
okay. Like we don't need to feel bad.
We honestly aren't worried.
Yeah, no. Though I did hear a story about a guy who once did dust moss while he was wearing a hat, and now he always feels like he's wearing the hat, even when he's not wearing the hat. So I'm not sure I want to do dust moss, but
That's
like,
fine. That's fine. If you don't want to do dust
I don't
moss,
want to. Maybe
look, I'll take the 2 pounds of oxygen. and we'll be on our way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, fair enough. Do you want to wait around for your shoes?
Yeah.
So someone gives 600 gold pieces. Whoever wants to can mark that off your character
I'll get
sheet.
300.
All right, I'll take 300 as well.
You get these 2 huge bricks. You can feel the weight of these illegal drugs in your bags. You don't know how you're going to get back to Solace with these or what could potentially happen as a result of it. Cool. While you're waiting around for your shoes, you see that 2 of the artificers come over, 2 of the Tinkerer gnomes. You see that one of them is the woman with the sort of ornithopter thing. You see that another one has like a huge mustachio with a little top hat with gears on the side. And they both bow and present your shoes to you that now have these sort of thick, rubbery soles in them.
Nice.
You see, she says, well, hello, my name's Polly Pullypad. And you see that the other guy says, Osmond Wobble Trouble, pleasure.
Hello, I'm Gorgug Thistlespring, and I thank you. Bow.
And we thank you.
We, of course, thank you.
In exchange for these spring-coiled sneakers of bounding, would it be possible for us to examine your crystal?
Yeah. If that's an easy trade to me.
Yes, just to examine. Gnomes heap and pile looking at your crystal under various ways of like examining it and trying to find it. You see that as you begin to like watch them tinker and gadget around with it, you see they sort of look and they say, and what is the purpose of this device?
Well, it's for a lot of things, but mostly kind of connecting to other people in the world. It's a way to like, you can send little like messages to each other, and you can get on the crystal web on it, and
Well!
yeah, there's some
Could you
crystal
show us? Could you
games.
send a message to someone else in this room?
Well, right now we don't have service because we're too far away from our home, so it's kind of not working.
Yeah, well, too bad. And you see that they sort of give you the crystal back.
You don't have a way to make a cell tower here, do you?
A cell tower?
Sort of like a way to boost a signal for something?
Boost?
Possibly the signal from this?
Oh, well, that's a rather interesting thing. So you have a signal and you need it boosted up to a higher place.
Yes.
Cool. The gnomes begin to say, well, this is a rather interesting problem. Can you explain a little bit about this? Yeah, they start babbling together. Go ahead and make a Tinkerer's Tool check with me with advantage as these gnomes seek to help you.
Okay. 19?
19. As you start talking about they're talking about like you start explaining loosely like how a cell tower works and energy.
So of course.
And so you go, that's fascinating. And you see that they sort of look around, and you begin to explain the connection between like the signals from the crystals will go to a cell tower. That cell tower will go to satellites, and then the satellites will go down to another thing, and it will go somewhere else. And you see that the gnomes look around, and you see that Osmond Wobble Trouble says, "It's a pity, the whole thing, because of course we simply lack the raw materials to build something of the size that a cell tower would need. I mean, if it would be a different sort of thing if you had access to, if we could somehow just adjust the phone to interact, to skip the middleman and not need a cell tower at all." And you see that Polly goes, "Yes, of course, but then, of course, you'd need a, and Osmond goes, right. You would need a direct connection. You would need the information of one of these satellites to be able to do that, and we don't have that, so."
What are you saying? If I jumped into the sky and...
What?
Grab a
No,
satellite?
I don't think they're saying that. I mean, I am.
How high are these boots capable of bouncing?
You see, Crumpkin goes, "Well, we can double the amount of springs, and maybe you can get to space."
Man.
Right. Gorgug, they're not going to be able. There's not enough.
dude,
There's
don't-
no amount of
don't
springs.
jump
There's
into
truly
space.
no amount of springs that could jump you into space.
Okay.
You see that Crumpkin says the issue fundamentally is we would need building a cell tower we could do, but it would just take a lot of time. So if you have time, we'd be happy to try to build one for you.
I only have a couple of days, really, max.
They sort of nod, and you see that Crumpkin says, well, otherwise, if there was a way to have if we knew of a satellite that we could use to connect your phone directly to it, that could work, but we don't have that. So unfortunately, what are you gonna do?
Satellite is just the thing that has all the. In this equation,
Just kick a rock into space.
we just need to put something into space. Is that what you're saying?
Give me a raw. This is gonna be a raw DC 10 intelligence
Can
check.
I give him help action somehow?
You and
Bardic.
yeah, you can give, or you can give him Bardic.
I'll give you Bardic.
Which is a.
D6 in my case. Gorgug, I believe in you. Spring break.
Spring break.
Spring break.
Oh.
I rolled a 12, thanks to that Bardic.
Thanks, that Bardic. You feel the power of Fabian's support and care for you, and and Fabian's support and care for you makes you think about your parents' support and care for you. Your parents had a little project back last year in freshman year where you were in jail. Do you remember what that project was? They launched a satellite into space.
Oh, wait a second. So you're saying I might have access to a satellite.
Really?
I just, how do I now get in touch with a satellite from here?
Well, your phone does have the ability to transmit signals. If we just boosted the power on it, and we just need the information of the satellite, basically, to be able to, I guess, gear into your phone the ability to communicate with that other thing.
Okay. Well, I start looking through my crystal, through my text to my parents, and
You see them with a picture of them giving double thumbs up. The van has been tipped over so that it's resting on its nose with the back doors open, and you see that they're launching the satellite out of the back of the van. And you see that there's a bunch of papers and a little mobile desk shoved into the glove box of the van. So it looks like a bunch of their research might still be in the van.
we gotta go to the van. I'll be right back.
You tear off to get the stuff out of the van. Fabian and Rog, do you stay in the Tinkerer's Hall?
Absolutely. With all of these weird little men and women? No, thank you. Rob, let's go.
You guys.
Inclusion, even in weird. Men and women.
Apologize. Yeah. People,
You guys rush off.
Weird little.
We are on the top floor of the Owl and Harp. Riz and Adine, I picture a quick montage of like gloves going onto hands, auras being released. Tell me what you guys are trying to do in this room.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Yes, go for it. Again, blood spattered, candles burned all the way down to the bottom, drawing up on the wall, arcane runes and stuff. You see clear signs. Go ahead and make an Arcana check, actually. Yeah.
Boo. 12. No, 14.
14. So 14, you only get the kind of basics of it, which are clear non-detection runes were on here. Looks like your mom was keeping herself off the grid of elves looking for her. The sort of simplest stuff that you find, you know that there were 2 rituals that happened here.
Okay.
One ritual involved killing Killian, and the other involved putting the gem into his body, putting the devil's heart into his body with Gorgug trapped in it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I guess I want to do an investigate check to see if I can figure out how to do the ritual.
Okay,
Like if I
go
can
ahead and give me an
backwards
investigation.
engineer it. 20, dirty.
A dirty 20. So you're trying to figure out specifically details about the ritual and how it works, right?
Yeah, and I think I'm also, I'd love to figure out a way to do it without killing someone.
Cool. You start looking at this. Immediately what becomes clear to you is that this ritual is not about getting into Silver. There are many ways to get into Silver. But you just need infernal authority to be able to pass the barrier. This is about getting into This is not about anything other than getting the Shadow Cat into Silver. It's like a way of. It's not clear if she was barred from entering Silver, but it seems like this was a way to bypass needing to get permission from an infernal authority, because the whole purpose of this ritual is getting the Shadow Cat to commandeer the authority of a devil without their blessing or consent.
Got it.
You see a familiar word here in a lot of this. I'm actually going to ask for a medicine check as well, if I can.
Ooh.
Not great. Let's see.
Hey!
Whoa.
Dirty 20.
30, 20, incredible, great.
Hell yeah.
You see a familiar word, petrosmosis, which is the word that Rog pointed out to you before, that he learned from his mom's medical stuff. What Rog had explained to you back in Fallon was basically petrosmosis is a body's ability to start having elements of the magical gem within it permeate organic membrane. It's basically a fancy word for the process by which a magical gemstone and an organic body become one whole organism. And the ability for spirit, like for example, with Lydia, Rog's mom, her soul is constantly fighting the soul of the thing within that gem.
Right.
But it's not doing it on a spiritual plane, it's doing it through the literal blood work and rage of her body. It's like it needs that physical conduit to be able to do it. What you see is those old notes from Falinel that are all about how to get it into her hands, how to get something into Kalina's hands. And what you now know from the interaction you had on the lawn and the lack of grass is Kalina doesn't fucking have hands anywhere.
Right.
So it's got to be a symbolic or metaphorical thing. When you look at that petrosmosis stuff, you suddenly see there is an osmosis of blood to gem that would allow Kalina to actually move into and commandeer something within that gem. So like, the only way to get something into her hands is to get the gem to petrosmos with somebody who is infected.
Okay.
Right? So all of this seems like a way of like, so also, you also figure out from that Killian had to have been infected.
Right.
You also, with that dirty 20 medical thing, see a lot of medical diagrams that are extremely old. These are not like modern Silesian medical charts. This is not like the stuff that Fig would have found in the hospital when she was visiting Dr. Asha.
Right.
This is
It's like old school pictures of like, I found a blood vessel, I think.
yeah, exactly. Like vellum, grave robber style, old school medical stuff. You see that there is, and this is written in like a character-based language. It might be either like Centaur or something else.
I can.
Do you comprehend
Yeah,
languages?
comprehend.
Yeah, I have
languages.
comprehend languages, which is a ritual.
You cast comprehend languages and immediately can start reading this other language stuff. So this is all extremely, once you point out the medical diagrams, it all becomes extremely clear. There are a lot of characters here that, for lack of a better word, are almost like emoji. They're like, it's like they're hieroglyphs. They're pictograms of information.
Well, we're teens, so we understand that.
Exactly. Very easy to understand. What you see is it's a medical diagram of a centaur that has an illustration of a dismembered body. And you see that there are these like dark very scary looking cat symbols. There's one of them right behind the eyes. There's another one on the tongue. You see that there's one deep up in like the sinuses or something like right here. And then you see that there is another one in the centaur's spine. You do not see any within the brain. And you see that the brain is something that has been really taken apart and looked at. So those are the medical diagrams you see. And there are, within the pictograms, there's a lot of things where that little cat symbol is something they're referring to the disease by. So it's basically like, we found infection here, here, here. It's like an X marks the spot style thing. You know, with that 20 investigate, you know that the ritual happened 24 hours apart, right? So the ritual to kill Killian and the other one, which means either that Aelwyn and Arianwyn left like while you guys were here on the first night, or that Arianwyn somehow knew to do the ritual and kill Killian like the moment you guys rescued Aelwyn, right? Other than that,
Can I do an investigation check to see if there's like a ripped piece of diary saying I've secretly always loved my second daughter?
Yeah.
I feel very bad for all the ways that I've treated her. Well, that's a 19.
Oh!
okay.
You know, just some personal stuff is what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't need to have that specific thing. Although it would be really nice, but that is specifically what I'm looking for. But if I find something else, that's also fine.
As Riz is going through all the stuff, he's like, it's great to be with somebody else who just like focuses
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
like
yeah,
you and
yeah,
I,
yeah,
like
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
else, just like
Just-
super horny, super emotional. But me and you,
No emotions between the two of us.
Exactly.
We're cold.
You find a small desk that has an ink and quill and loose parchment on it.
I do the pencil trick across the parchment.
You do the pencil trick. It literally works exactly as it's supposed to.
Amazing. I'm a teen spy.
It reads as follows. Aelwyn is with me. You are betrayed. You have no other choice, darling. Come join us.
Well, I didn't get this letter, so this must be to my dad. God damn it. Oh, I hate my family.
Are there any other checks or investigations that you guys are going to make here?
I don't
We
know,
know
loose
how-
floorboards.
oh yeah, see
trapdoor.
if they're hiding anything. That's
Yeah,
a good idea
anything
too.
under the mattress or.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe let's see what spells I have
A
stocked.
couple of real teen sleuths.
Couple teen sleuths.
Yeah, I guess we'll just get. We've
Yeah.
done a lot of stuff with the ritual. I guess we'll just look and
Have
see
you
if
guys
they.
gone through trash?
Yes,
Oh.
can I try and push a key through a lock with the paper underneath the door and then pull the piece of paper? No. Yeah, is there anything in the trash?
Actually, you find something in the trash.
I'm a
you
teen sleuth too!
You find a little bit of ash that you believe is from a cantrip burning up the sheet that was written. Your first guess would be probably that your mother scribed that for a sending spell to make sure she was under 25 words, and then just burned the paper.
Can I use mending on that ash?
Extremely cool. The ash turns back into a page in your hand, and you see the exact same letter that your mother had written to whoever she read it to.
Great.
Excellent. Cool. Yeah, so you found about everything about the ritual here. You find some, I guess if you're going to get those 2 dirty 20s, there is a lot of stuff that they were packing here. the list of stuff that they were packing to for just rations and shit is way more than you would need to get to where the temple is in Silvair. So they were packing for a longer trip than just to get to the temple, it looks like. You also see a list of things like antimony, mercury, just sort of random words around like that. And some loose things here and there for rituals. None of those are super helpful because you're only finding hints at what they were doing. It seems like whatever they were doing, the primary work went with them to go do it, as you would expect.
Right.
Interesting. So by the looks of the medical charts that we've seen,
Yeah.
we saw that the brain looks like it's not infected.
Right. It's
So does that mean
eyes, mouth,
so she can't
sinus, and spine?
hear our thoughts probably?
Right.
Ears
maybe
were
she
also
can-
infected.
Oh, ears are
eardrums were
also-
infected as well.
Yeah. So she
But she
hears-
can hear speech
Yep.
and see out of eyes.
And I was paralyzed one time. when-
Right, so you couldn't move your
She can-
spine.
Each of you guys go ahead and make an insight check.
Y'all are smart as hell. I have not figured any of this out. I've heard all the same information and synthesized none of the same conclusions.
Steady Eye it's investigation, right? Not
Yeah.
insight.
I got a 9.
No, okay.
Come on, baby. 16.
With your as soon as Adon is pointing out this is affecting only sensory areas of the body rather than mind, you immediately flash back to the fact that Kalina was asking you questions.
Right.
Clearly,
She didn't know everything, right?
she couldn't know everything in your mind. You remember Adine's intense, awesome oracular scrying spell, which showed paging through people one at a time. In other words, it appears that Kalina, and also the fact that she appeared to Kristen but not you simultaneously, even though you were
Right,
both
so she
there.
can only be in one place at once.
She can only be. It seems like she can only be affecting one thing at a time, right?
That makes sense.
And suddenly you remember the way that you got around Rog's thing, because if Rog can see her, Rog's infected, but you remember that when you were in the hang van originally, when he first spilled the beans, you were all using message spells and were being
Yes.
very careful.
Right.
Telepathy would bypass all of these infected areas.
Got it.
Great.
On top of that, you realize that when you go into the Moonhaven or Kristen's Hallow spell, you're like, why has that been able to work? Why has it been so effective? You suddenly realize that even with an infection, it's possible that it's maybe possible that if Kalina was with you while you went into the Haven, or that she would either be rebuffed, or especially if she wasn't there at all, if she had gone somewhere else and you entered, that would prevent her from coming into your
Got it.
Great, so
sensory
once we're
information.
in the Haven, we're okay.
Looks
As
like
long as she doesn't follow one of us in.
Great.
that's unclear.
Yeah.
It's unclear to you if she could potentially follow you in, or if she rode you in actively.
Yeah,
Here's-
I think that we need to make a system of if you want to tell me something secret, I message you and then you can message me back.
That's a good idea. Cool. One other
Is there
thing we should definitely look at is if there's any way to cure it or any way to
Or be
block
aware
her
if
thing.
she's inside of you.
Yeah, I guess I
Yeah.
want to just search
Like
through the medical
symptoms of-
documents and see if there's.
Yeah, can
this-
we take these documents with us? Because
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an abandoned room that the hotel staff is probably, or the innkeeper is just going to dump all
just
this.
taking my mom's stuff back.
Yeah.
If there's a dog infection, to go through our brain.
Just throw a real juicy bone in there.
Awesome.
Woof, woof.
Cool. You guys gather up all that stuff. That would be, so to look for a cure for this would be a different medicine check.
Cool.
But you can go ahead and make that medicine check if you'd like.
Sweet.
I feel like Kristen also might want to look at that stuff.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
do a
true.
medicine check as well.
18.
Ooh, no.
18? Cool.
Yeah, I got a 7. Wow, I'm rolling poorly today.
You look at, you get an 18. There's got to be some cure that's possible. I mean, you saw records from the Elven government about the execution of Landra and Lear and stuff that seemed to be like, we addressed this, right? So you believe, an 18 is good enough that you believe a cure is possible. It's not good enough for you to know what the cure is.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Great.
You guys gather. I'm going to say you guys were probably in there for a good 2 hours, just combing through the spot.
Sure.
We are going to go back to the Shrine of Thorns. Kristen, you're in the chapel in the dark. Tracker is at the door bugging out. This black plate armored horn helmed skeletal burnt wings, like beautiful but like uncanny valley, like porcelain doll's face with like ruby red lipstick and a little beauty mark. Like Devil puts the thing in your hand. Again, what she says, repeating what she said when she came out the first time. She comes to you and says, as Vraz the Mean, Executor Potentate of the Dominion of Avernus, Arch Secretary to Blozo, the Undiminished, Regnant of Sloth, you are hereby served. Thank you. Hands it to you.
I take it.
And she turns around and starts walking back into the portal.
Hey, can we come with you? Hey, can we come with you?
Well, you've been served. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, so just leave it open. We're right behind you.
You just leave it open? We're right behind you.
Are you guys having a fun time? Because you seem pretty fucking glib! Keep your sass to yourself! You see that she turns around and walks back into the portal.
I'm gonna look at this little paper.
You have been subpoenaed. Tracker goes, what was her fucking deal?
I don't know what just fucking happened. I don't either. I didn't think we were being that glib. We were just saying leave the portal open. We're right behind you. I just gotta get my shoes.
Something about this weird altar. Wait, where are your shoes?
It's a metaphor for I'm
I got you.
I'm right behind you.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
Incredible.
Let me look at it.
Great.
Can I understand this legalese?
You look at the legalese. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Oh, great. So you want to just stall any development? Okay. It's going to be a nat 1 plus 3. It's going to be a 4.
Incredible. You look at it. Do you read Infernal?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, great. The parts of it that you the print gets so fine that it's actually illegible without a magnifying glass. But basically, you are not under arrest. You are being subpoenaed as a witness and it's not a full trial. It's a tribunal. It looks like. Hold on one second.
Do I see any names that I recognize on it?
Gorthalax is the main one. It looks like your dad is on trial.
How can he be on trial? He's in a freaking jam. He can't be in court.
It looks like the main things he's been called to task for are negligence of his infernal domain. And you see a thing that says your 9th and final request for appearance has lapsed. A tribunal is called here forth immediately. You are being called forth as a witness to Gorthalax's.
Okay,
You know, I
so
kinda
this
get
seems
it.
like a petty lawsuit.
But like, it kind of seems like she's kind of at her wit's end. There's been 9 things
But
sent
I
out.
also feel like maybe they don't know he's in a gem, so they think
Yeah.
he's just skipping town. I should just go in there, clear things up.
That might take a long. Do you know how long litigation takes? You'd be there forever.
I don't know. Me as a witness, I'm compelling.
I'm completely.
Also, I could just disguise myself as him and show up to the
Okay,
trial.
look, we finally got to this thing. Wait, Tracker checking in. How are you?
I'm okay. The weird thing with me in this shrine is now the second weirdest thing that's
I would
happened.
agree. I would.
So
agree.
I'm here to support. I'm just here to support. I'm
Is it-
supporting.
hey, Tracker, is it this painting, you think that's weirding you out? Okay. Can I go up to the painting and can I try to take it down and take it out of its frame and roll it up as like
it's not a painting. It's actually like a
mural.
mural carved into the wall. It's like it's fully on there. You can try to move the vines back in front of it.
I would like to do that, yeah.
Cool. You move the vines. You see Tracker is transforming. You see she's trying to fight it so much, like half of her head has gone wolf and the other half hasn't. She's like,
You can go back behind a tree or something.
you see she like rolls off to the side.
Take a breath. Go behind a tree or something.
Okay.
Come on, babe. Babe, take a lap.
Behind a tree.
Babe, get behind a tree.
Behind a tree.
Okay, thank you.
Kristen, I think I'm gonna go. I think I should go deal with this for Gorthalax. But like, do you want to use this as a chance to come in? It seems like this is
Do you
the
think
way
they're gonna
to
have the
get in.
trial inside?
Also, what has been going on? Because I've been a little bit checked out, and I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that these demons, if they like the Nightmare King or they don't like the Nightmare King.
Yeah, good question.
Okay,
All
so
great
you don't know
questions.
that hasn't been covered. Okay, cool.
No, it sounds like demons, not.
Demons pro Nightmare King.
and
Devils
devils
anti Nightmare King.
So demons do like the Nightmare
Demons
King.
do like the Nightmare King.
Can I use my crystal to
these
take
are
a
devils.
photo of this mural?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and when I take it, does it show up on my crystal? Can I
It
see
does
it?
show up on your crystal. Yes.
Do you see this mural? Can I show
Do I
it
see
to-
the mural?
You do see the mural.
I see the mural. I see it here, and I also see.
Can I go up to Tracker and see if she reacts to the photo on my crystal? Babe, can I show this to you? It's the same thing, but on a crystal. And I
Oh,
just-
let's not.
Okay, all right, no
Yeah,
problem.
let's not.
Okay, cool.
I
I go back.
I
Stay
promise.
behind the tree. I kiss her. I kind of kiss the tree. I don't know what. Okay.
But I mean, I can just go in there on my own and try to be like, and try to maybe get them on our side. And also, like, I'm not gonna shut the portal on my way in, and maybe you guys can.
I
use
just
it.
don't think that the trial is in Silver, right? Isn't she opening up a portal like down to hell?
Is it a portal to hell, or is it a portal through which one would need to go to get to Solvere?
It's in the Briarwall like you would go through to Silver, but you look through and do see a sky of it. The sky looks like the surface of like if the ocean were the sky, but fire, just roiling fire from which meteors rain on a blasted, smoke and ash-filled, rock-red landscape of craters.
Looks pretty chill.
Okay, no. I'm not trying to ice your vibe, but what if we went back and got everybody else, and then your subpoena in is
guess
the
I can
way
just
all of us get in?
Stand in the portal and hold it open.
Well, can't you come back with me and then come back with your paperwork and be like, look, let me in?
Oh yeah, can I wave my paper and see if it opens a portal for me? Like a Metro card?
It does not appear. The portal's just there, kind of roiling open in the place.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come with you.
Cool. You head out.
I guess I'll probably practice my Gorthalax too.
Great, yeah. Wait, get into Gorthalax and I'll
Yeah,
tell you if it's
okay.
believable or not.
Awesome. So you guys head away from the Shrine of Thorns.
Yes.
Tracker walks with you, looking a little bit rattled. You guys get back to Holly Hill. I'm actually going to cut back just for timeline reasons. You guys would have definitely gotten to the hang van first and come back. So you, I'll go back, you get to the hang van and find all this shit in the glove box, which is like effectively, like space tech-esque routing information for like how to send signals to this satellite. So basically, you can like super boost your cell phone to skip the need for a cell tower and become like a direct satellite phone, basically.
Great. I understand this, and let's.
Man, you had this information all along. You didn't even know how I run.
I don't think I was ready for it.
Cool. You get back to the Tinkerer's Hall with this information.
Roll it all out. So, looks like this is the stuff we were talking about, right?
Well, ding dang! That's great. Well, would you like us to see what we can do to your Christomatron?
Yes, please.
Well-
Of course.
All right, doodaloo. We'll see you when it's done.
How long do you need?
I'm going to make a little roll in the box of doom to see how long it will take. I'll say 5 or below is use the little beans. I'll see a 5 or below is very, very bad. You're looking for higher than a 10.
Do not fuck me, little beans.
That's a 7.
I mean,
Okay.
let's not cheer on the little beans too hard.
You see, he says, if we had your help, because we don't really understand Christomatrons, it would probably go a little faster, but with ourselves, I'd say we could figure it out in a day or 2.
Okay. Yeah, for now, let's do that. I might have to come and grab it before you're done, and that's fine.
Okay.
But in the meantime, let's just do that. I feel like we gotta check back in with the rest of the group.
Yeah, and I don't want to be here anymore. So.
You don't want them to boost your phone?
No, I'm good. You don't have to.
We could super boost your Christomatron.
No, there's a bunch of private stuff on there that I don't want you to.
Really? Like what?
Okay, all right. Well, it's private, so we're not going to talk about it.
Can you guys switch shoes?
No, we're not going to switch shoes. All right.
Oh
No,
my God, that'd be so
There's
cute.
no way your shoes would
You look
fit
like you're
me.
about my size.
What size are you?
Well, I'm a size 5 humans.
Well, I'm a size 5.5, so it's just my big toes.
I like a little toe room.
All right, you know what? Your toes are much too curly, and it's not good for.
I think that's the design of the shoe. It's
Well,
got curls at the end.
Yes, but that's not good for.
You know, you have the curls there, so you can put little bells on them.
Do you want little bells in your shoes?
Let's go.
You guys head out. Nerd Squad heads back. You guys see that Sandra Lynn lands as well. As you guys are approaching, Sandra Lynn lands with Baxter. Sandra Lynn lands with Baxter.
Mom, do you know anything about the law?
The law?
Gorgug is in trouble because he hasn't been taking care of his domain, and I need to go there and defend him in court.
She got subpoenaed while we were in this like crazy altar.
Talking about.
And
bought a
also,
house.
Tracker reacted really crazy to a mural.
I think if you're subpoenaed, that doesn't mean that you're the lawyer. I think that means that
I
you're the
need to know
witness.
more about the law. I need to defend Gorthalax's claim to his station.
I think
You
you need
see-
to pass the bar
you
exam,
see-
and it takes a long time.
I disguise myself as someone who has passed the bar.
You see, Sandra Lynn looks at you and says, honestly, sweetie, you know who, especially with like international and in fact interplanar law, you know who actually knows?
The chosen one! Is it Galir?
You guys hear coming out of Holly Hill,
Many of the frittatas have been ruined.
You've been making frittatas?
It was a poor choice of food to make. They have all gone cold. I made them almost immediately, but you have been gone for hours.
That's a frittata.
Cold frittata is actually. I was just gonna say the same thing.
Delicious.
Someone
Galir.
pour some rosé. Let's all
Oh
have
my
a cold
goodness, a
frittata.
cold
Galir.
frittata picnic.
I've been waiting for this day to come. This is your moment. I need you.
nope.
What? Why?
What?
Wait, wouldn't Ida know about that?
She's busy.
Ed is not here.
I heard. Yeah, she's busy.
Oh
she has
man,
to
where
defend
did
the
Ida go?
library.
Who saw her last?
Sandra, were you
Oh,
going
yeah.
to say? Were
Didn't
you going
say
to say
goodbye,
my
I
dad?
think. That's so rude.
Who
I
saw
thought
her
we were
last?
friends.
We go-
though, and what did you do?
Yeah.
No, Sandra Lynn says, no, I was going to say Galir.
Oh, really?
Galir, no, well, Galir's job was diplomatic related. Galir was not the face. He was a sort of expert in,
Adon,
Oh, like a solicitor.
Adon, permission to reach into your jacket.
What do you want? Yeah, go. Fine.
Can I pull out a little barrister's wig?
Galir looks at it and says,
I think you're ready to get back in the game.
none of the
permission to
cultures I
reach
have worked for
Pass your
use
torso
these
into your
wigs."
jacket.
I mean, we're all doing it, I guess.
I pull out a little gavel.
Do you think
The
as
solicitor
a
is not a
lawyer,
barrister
I would-
or a judge.
I'm really shooting in the dark.
I want to be very clear about something. I'm going to take the gavel. I'm going to be very clear about something. I am not a lawyer. I have not passed any test to effectively practice law. I was, for a time, in my earlier position as Elven Counsel, the equivalent of a glorified paralegal.
And especially the laws of hell.
If you just need a front person, you can be the brains. I'll just be the body out there. I'll be there working it as a famous lawyer from billboards.
Very well. You see that he says, all right, well, what happened? Fine. I give you my word. I will help you in this endeavor. It's confusing because I didn't think we would be able to get in trouble with Arborlee. Didn't the fox say we were all...
Oh, this is in hell.
What?
Hell.
What?
Hell.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You see that
This is a really keyed up woman from hell.
Yeah.
Like,
Working through something.
What have you done?
she's furious. We barely did anything. I was looking
didn't
at a
do
mural
anything.
trying to figure out if it was a tequila advertisement, and she screamed at me.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a portal open. We can all go
To hell.
And I think that we
Angry
can use
woman
it.
wants to take
Do
you
we,
to hell.
do we want
Yes or
Galir
no?
to read the subpoena?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Galir, do you
Yes,
want to read
good
this?
idea.
Do you read Infernal?
I'll read it to him. I'll translate it to him, and then he can translate the legally.
I read Infernal, so I could.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
you see Galir says,
All right. It looks as if you are... Well, let me be very clear. Everyone is in great danger all of the time.
I agree.
Yeah.
Good, but disquieting coming from the Oracle. What I would say is this. This subpoena has no clauses concerning your soul. There's nothing for you to sign. They have stipulated that they will send people to come and get you if you don't comply, which is normally how a subpoena works. But it appears that they are simply seeking you for information and that the target of this whole situation is Gorthalax.
Yes, but I'm asking you to help Gorthalax out because he's gonna lose his entire domain, and it's not his fault. He's been trapped inside of a gem.
Is there a way, you think, to convince them to go with us?
That's what
to
I'm-
follow Gorthalax, because we'll get what we want and they'll get what they want, which is
That's
Gorthalax.
what I'm also saying is this is also an excuse to get in there and be like, hey, you know how you hate demons and they love the Nightmare King? They're trying to bring the Nightmare King back. But you don't have to worry about that part. We'll start that as sort of a grassroots campaign.
Very well.
I start pulling flyers out of my really beautifully printed pamphlets.
Wow, look at
you see that
Oh, there's a typo.
So you would just be doing Gorthalax a solid, which you don't owe him by any means. But I mean, heck, if all of us wouldn't like to watch you strut your stuff in the courtroom, I would like to see you make that stenographer's hands dance.
I must be clear. At no point.
I pull a black robe out of my coat and wrap it around his
Are you?
Everyone,
are you
order!
as
Order!
Gorthalax right now?
I start acting like the bailiff. Hey!
At no point in time, in the past, or in any possible future, have I ever, will I ever, and perhaps can I ever strut my stuff.
Oh, come on,
The
Glear.
thought of it is impossible to even envision.
Could you have seen yourself trapped in a wheel well with an apple in your mouth, shitting yourself? And that happened yesterday. You never
This
know
isn't
what.
helping me feel more confident. Daughter, I will, of course, help you gladly.
Thank you.
I am
I appreciate it, and I'll give you any support you want.
very well. Okay, you see that. Cool. So the rest of you. So this having been, so Galir, is like looking at it and it has at least some understanding of it. Do the rest of you communicate all the crazy shit that has happened?
Can I message to everybody? Or I guess we were speaking about it out loud. I just want to tell them about the message thing. So basically, she can't see inside our minds. So if you have something to say and you don't have the message spell, just give a thumbs up, and one of us will message, and then we can like. Loop
I have the
everybody
message
in that
spell.
way.
I
I
can
have
always-
it.
I don't.
Oh yeah. Kristen, we also have these medical papers. Is there a cure?
Yeah. Can I try to look through these or?
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Nat 20. A fucking nat 20.
Brennan,
And it's not even
it
with
seems
a
like
low
there's some
beam.
dice over there that you've been waiting to eat.
Eat a dice.
What's the cure, baby?
Eat a damn
Let me
dice.
get that bitch. Hope you're not on keto.
Which
Because beans are legumes.
which dice do you guys want?
Little beans or Tide Pod?
What's that? No. I mean, which of my,
I feel like this is a small
D4.
victory. I think
This
it's
is a D4.
And be careful, those are the sharpest
That's
ones.
Yeah, maybe a D6.
you want a D4 or D6?
D4.
Do a D4.
It might
Pop
be
that
really
in.
hard.
I'm eating my dice.
How is it? How's it taste?
It's not bad.
Okay.
Now I'm jealous.
What a cool little thing. Yeah.
It's just like hard candy that you just have in your mouth for another 30 minutes.
It's so sharp. Okay. So,
This is gonna be the sound of this episode.
nat 20. God damn it.
And that's what is that? 29.
Oh yeah, that's a
That
29
is a
technically.
You
beautiful
have plus
alley.
I have a
9.
+9 to medicine. Yeah.
You know, you could make a tincture that would require dusk moss and a couple other things, a couple of alchemical goods that these guys have not gotten from the Tinkerer's Hall. The other thing is you looking at this and understanding the medicine that you would need. Most clerics couldn't. You, with greater restoration, could cure this.
Yo.
So you look at the medicine, reason, add-on point, everything out. You, with greater restoration, can
Can I
cure it.
message? If you figured it out, don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
it
yeah,
would be useful
message-
for us to not cure it and use our link to Kalina in terms of disinformation. Is there
Well,
something in that?
I'm gonna message and say like, what if we cured everyone but one person?
Sandra Lynn sees you guys start messaging each other and says, I'm going to talk about what I found out, and starts talking so that someone is talking while you guys are talking,
Great.
in case anyone's watching.
Okay.
Sandra Lynn very briefly just found the spot in the forest where she thinks Aelwyn, Ariana Lynn, and Killian made their way into the woods.
Great.
So we all look at her and like,
Yeah, exactly. But you guys have this real conversation instead.
Great.
okay, I message, I need a spell that I haven't stocked. So the next time we take a rest, I can stock a spell and I can heal this. But I think you might be onto something. Keep one person
That's what I'm
healed.
wondering.
Do you think she can sense when she's lost?
I'm sure.
I'm sure
She'll-
because she wouldn't be able to get into you. and
She'll
so she
know,
would
but I feel like if there was one person who still had it, she would be distracted by trying to use that person to find us, maybe?
Or should we just keep it on all of us and I can stock as much of this anecdote as I need?
Right.
And then the moment we want. Can you do that with
Yeah.
greater restoration? Can you make it like a potion and then
Well, there are
like,
two
well, there's the
options. I can make a
tincture.
tincture or I can try to heal.
Because it'd be
Can
so-
you actually make the tincture though?
We only need a few.
You
things,
you
right?
know how to make it, but some of the stuff that you would need is shit that is like herbalist stuff that's
would
going to
it
come
be-
from in Silveria. You'd have to go through the wall.
Would it be things that are worth less than 10 gold pieces?
You roll a little dice. A few of them are, one or two are not.
Okay, so I can get some of them through my jacket.
Cool.
So at least if you go the tincture route, you'll be able to do it much faster because you've produced the vast majority of what you need. Tracker.
That's good because it'd be so dope. Again, this is message. It'd be so dope to just get a bunch of tinctures on the sly, and then just all be like, bye, Kalina.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dope. You see that Tracker goes and says, that's the reason I like Tincture Plan the most. I will point something else out, which is this. If we are sure that Kalina can't get into the Hallow, we could theoretically have everybody who's in trouble. This knife is in my mouth.
You gotta get rid
Spit it
of
out. We
Hold
did
on.
the gag. We'll know never to do it again.
We will do it one more time.
Wow. Ooh, it's what are
it's
that?
so
Is that
small.
edible? It got way smaller. I'm gonna say that's a 4. Woo! Very tasty. You see that she looks at you and says, another way out of this could be.
In message.
She's speaking in message, or I guess going through Adine as the hub, sending messages out to people.
I can also be a hub.
She's-
Why is no one messaging through me?
You see that Tracker basically goes.
Sitting there like,
It's very funny. Sandra Lynn and Gleer are just kind of like chatting out here as the 14 girls are like going back and forth.
We're trying to nod at them like we're listening.
It is the equivalent of just like texting under your desk while you're. You see that she looks over you and says, if everyone that was infected stowed away in the hang van and Kalina couldn't see us at all, it might get funky in there, but we could take. How many times a day do you think you can cast Greater Restoration?
I think that's what like
That's
a
probably like a-
5th level spell.
Is it 5th level?
level,
so
yeah.
twice.
Once a day.
Oh, once a day.
So Tracker says
yeah.
if we wanted to do the safe route, we could hunker down in the van, start.
Start doing it. That's true, because of the hang van. As long as we make a big deal about going into the hang van,
Yeah.
she'll know, oh, there's been times that I've not been able to follow them in there before, so she
Right.
might just assume that.
then-
So maybe we all pretend to be, like everyone who's infected pretends to be like unconscious, and we deposit them in the hang van, and she thinks, wow, they must be recovering in the hang van.
Do you have do you recover spells when you take a short rest? Or is that just a wizard thing?
Just
I don't
long
think
rest.
clerics do.
Long rest.
That's a cool
So
thing, though.
It's useful.
you see Tracker looks and says, so there's like a surefire way of doing this.
But it would take 8 days to get all of us.
I'm trying to think how many of
Us
us.
6, you and Rog. Right?
Well, no, but not all of us
No,
are
I don't-
infected. It's
I'm
just
not
you
infected.
two,
Tracker.
Tracker,
Gorgug is
Sandra
Sandra Lynn.
Lynn.
Tracker looks and says, I can detect poison and disease right now.
It's just
I'm trying
4
to
of us.
see. She's like, she's like, it's you and me, Riz, Sandra Lynn. Is there anyone?
Rog.
Is Rog?
Rog. Yeah.
Rog.
Five.
That's it.
What about Delia?
You see, Delir says, let me take a look at that.
Just do a
photograph."
general detect poisons and disease on Galir.
Galir, I don't mean
You
to
detect a
try.
powerful aura coming from his feet. Other than that, nothing. May I take a look at the photograph? Nope.
I'm gonna take Fig aside and ask. So,
Yeah.
I don't want to ask Galir this because it feels so mean.
Yeah.
But shouldn't he and Sandra Lynn,
Yeah.
just because there was a, when did they
Oh,
not?
you're right. How
You know
did
what
it
I
not
mean?
get passed from her
Yeah.
to him? Well, we don't entirely understand.
Sure.
Because it's definitely, it is a fluid thing, right?
I think so. That's.
I'm
such a
gonna message just Sandra Lynn.
Oh
Mom,
no.
Mom, it's me, Big.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Oh no.
I'm
Oh
gonna
no.
ask a really sensitive question, but give me a blunt answer.
Okay.
How come Galir doesn't have what you have?
Great question.
Yeah.
I understand what the implication here is. Galir and I did sleep together many times. This is weird.
I really think I need to know. I need to understand. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I mean, your father and I, and he is your father. He raised you, your
Yeah, he's
father.
definitely my dad.
Yeah, of course.
He's also now my lawyer.
again, he is past the bar nowhere. So just go in with expectations set.
We're gonna drop the para from legal. He's walking out of hell just legal.
Wild. So your father and I haven't. Okay, I'm gonna say this the least icky way that I can. I could have gotten this infection any time in the past 3-ish years.
And Galir would not have received it.
Correct.
Okay. I messaged Gorgug and I say, they did do it.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
But
yeah.
Sandrlyn thinks maybe she got it more recently,
Got it.
ever since they stopped doing
I'm
it.
so sorry I brought this up. So sorry. I feel
Thank you for your candor,
really
Mom.
bad.
You see that she says, absolutely, listen, this is... Having your parents come on an adventure with you, I didn't... The close quarters and how high the stakes are have meant that there have been a lot of divulgences that I would never have anticipated. I love you, it's weird, sorry for all this weird info, but you know.
That's okay. I think we'll be closer because of it.
Yeah, no, believe me. And again, I just feel Galir is he's great. And we
I
definitely,
agree.
there was a period of
He's more
time.
than great. He's the chosen one.
You keep saying that, and I can't tell if you really believe that or if it's like a teen joke.
I don't know either.
Wow, I don't miss being a teenager. You see, cool. Cool. So, you guys are left talking about this kind of spell thing, but you've communicated all the stuff you guys researched in the Owl and the Harp. Corroborate a lot of that alchemical stuff from the Tinkerer's Hall.
Yeah, so we can speak freely in here, right?
If you guys go into the hang van, you'll be able to
let's
chat.
go to the hang van.
So
Yeah.
we're in the van now. I got some hallucinogens.
We bought so many
I
drugs.
am straight
so
edge
much
shepherd.
homemade
We actually
drugs.
need that
Yeah,
for the
actually,
tincture.
I've heard it's really good for anxiety,
Oh.
actually. So
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
for
here
we
are
just
our
bought what they
options.
bought.
Yeah, exactly. And it just so happens that it was a bunch of
And
drugs.
it seems like
It's
it's
like it's not
legal
even like a
here.
thing.
You
Riz
see
also starts
Rog.
sweating.
You see Rog is in the corner just going.
Rog.
Rog. No. Rog.
You're gonna go absolutely crazy.
Rog,
if
did you
have
do
any
some?
What?
Don't wear a hat.
Shut up, dude. Fuck you.
How
What?
much did you have?
What?
How much? A scoop?
A hand's just like a little animal on the end of your arm.
Okay, he had a very big
question.
chunk. Hey, we can either stay here for 5 days straight for me to try to heal everybody.
no.
We don't have the time.
We
It's
don't
spring
have
break.
that.
Also,
I
are
guess-
we going to hell?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
I
spring break,
do
we gotta
have
go
to go.
So I guess we should go the tincture route, right?
I think you should
I
prepare.
think that you should,
both.
you should stock it.
Well, I can't. Oh, I will stock it
When
for
you
sure as soon
can.
as I can, but
So
so
we
we
have
don't
it
have
on hand,
everything for
but-
the tincture. So
No,
we
so
just
yeah, we
now
should
we
go
know
to-
she can see through us, but she doesn't have
Yes.
her mind, and we proceed as normal, and she
Can
thinks
you-
she still has the
Can you
better,
give
the upper
me a
hand.
shopping list? And
Yes.
I'll go to the alchemical
Is it cool for me to?
place.
Yes, absolutely.
Do I have
Great.
everything on it? Was I able to?
The things you aren't able to pull out of the jacket, the owl bears on the squad already got
Oh,
from.
great.
Oh, great. So we have
you-
everything.
Except for 1 or 2 ingredients from beyond the forest. You know that going to the Tinkerer's Hall would be a moot
Oh,
point.
so we'd have to be inside the forest to get them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So we have to do greater restoration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
I mean,
that's
we're
5
going
days.
into the forest.
You either have to do greater restoration or risk going into the forest with some of you infected and trying to address it there.
Yeah.
So there's a riskier, faster option and a slower, safer option.
Here's the only other thing I'm concerned about is if we go to hell for this trial, I don't know if we want the demons knowing what goes on in hell, right?
So should the
Well,
people
so
who
maybe-
aren't
maybe you
infected
guys
go
don't
now?
come.
Adon and me, and Gorgug, like a lot of us are not. This is a message. Wait, no, we're in Hollow.
Yeah.
Adon,
So you three
like,
could go.
We are the ones who can go talk to
Yeah.
the devils about the demons, and they won't see anything.
I don't know if we should split up going to hell.
Well,
I think if we're going to hell, that's a full team
Is there a
event.
world where we take a day or two, or what? We need what? What if we just the bad kids? You know, what if we just greater restored us and left Rog and Central Lynn and Tracker behind.
Or you
could
guys
do
just
that.
stay in the Hello unless we need you when we're in Hell, but that's sort of boring.
Could we
Can
fit
we
this-
drive the van into the court?
Yeah, I can stretch that portal big enough, I think.
Under no circumstance can you stretch it.
What about if I cast Enlarge Reduce on the van while we're inside it?
I'm
Honey, I
going to
Shrunk
look up the enlarge reduce spell.
Honey, I Shrunk the Van.
Can Tracker cast Greater Restoration?
She can't. I specifically made this illness.
Got it.
I am honoring a nat 20
Got
in
it.
this moment.
Okay.
If a target is a creature, anything it's wearing and carrying changes size with it.
Oh, the hangman.
Now, I would say that the hangman is a sentient being, and that us being inside the hangman would technically mean that we are being worn by the hangman.
Because the hangvan cannot ambulate itself, its intelligence.
That is ableist.
You should go to. I think you found your lawyer.
I think you found a freaking lawyer over here.
I think you found your freaking lawyer over here.
All right, Anna,
the
don't
c-
tell Galera.
The CPU of the hangvan is a sentient creature. The mechanical structure which it inhabits is not.
What
Okay.
about if we shrink it and take it in?
You guys,
like
honestly,
walking next.
Oh,
to
how about this? How about this as a definitive thing? Something that you can cast Hallow on is fundamentally not something you can cast Enlarge Reduce.
all right, we
But it's an
fair enough.
object.
I go to the
Oh,
Tinkerer's
it's
Hall.
creature
item
or
or
object?
object.
Okay.
I go to the Tinkerer's Hall. I make a vest that has a bunch of pockets on it, human-sized pockets.
Oh, right.
Everyone
you can
hops
size
into those. Enlarge and reduce on me.
Also cast Hallow
on the vest. You guys, so don't you think if we're kind of already one step ahead of the Shadow Cat if we know how to stop it, but she thinks that we're completely powerless?
Yeah.
Should we just proceed as normal and hope to pick up these things in the air?
proceed as
think
normal,
proceed
but
as
I do
normal.
think that I think that your priority should be Kristen. Maybe you just greater restore yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe you greater restore.
One at a time, we
I think
start
it's-
knocking them down.
I think it's useful for her to have some information from
Ooh.
us as a disinformation thing.
Never mind.
What?
Tracker brings up and just says, the moment that Kalina can go into one of our eyes, see one of us, and know
not
that
be
she
able to.
can't go into those other person's eyes,
know.
the jig's up.
Right.
Then tincture rout's the
I think
only way
it's
to do
tincture
it.
route.
Cool.
I think the tincture
And when we
route is
do the
way to
tincture,
do
we
it.
all do it at once. I
Yes,
make enough for
exactly.
all of us to
And
just
then
drop
shots.
it.
Yeah.
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 I think I'm
Light 'em
also.
up.
I mentioned before that I was concerned about going to Hell and her possibly being able to see the trial, but Hell is also bad, so I don't really care if they all end up fighting and killing each other.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's just go to Hell.
I think you're right.
I mean,
Let's
I
do
think
it.
it's our only way. And
One
Yeah,
thing at a
also
time.
they're super far along already. They have
Not to
Gorthalax
be-
and they're in,
Yeah.
so it's not like
yeah.
yeah.
This is really dramatic, but when we do take the tincture, how about when someone takes it, all of us scream, "Oh no, they died!"
Yeah.
And she'll think each of these people have died,
Have
and
died.
she'll be expecting half
This
the
is
size
amazing.
of the party.
This is amazing. We should choreograph
If
some beautiful
everybody's
fights
taking
where
the
Fabian
tincture at
does
the
the
same
final
time,
thrust.
then she won't have access to
We
anything.
don't.
we
let's
do it
not
one at a
tell
time.
Galir
That's
this
all
plan,
dramatically
and then
go.
he watches
Wild.
us die,
Yes.
and then he's not even acting.
No. Is Galir coming with us? No, Galir's staying and making more frittatas.
No, he's coming to
Galir's
hell.
Galir's coming to Hell.
Oh no.
Wait, Galir, you're in the van?
Yes, I am
I'm sorry.
here as well.
Of course, of course.
I saw you the whole time.
Thank you, daughter.
I just don't know if I trust Galir. Oh, was that not a message?
Cool. So it sounds like, unless you guys have any other business in Arborlee, it sounds like the plan is to head to Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to
I
fucking
gotta
hell.
go there. If you don't want to go there,
Hey.
you don't have to go there.
I
but you
super-
do
I
have to go
super
there.
want-
Hey,
to go to
I'll
hell.
see you in hell.
Hey, see you in hell, man.
Hey, see you in Hell.
See you in hell.
Okay.
See you in hell.
Cool.
See you in hell.
You guys go back to the Shrine of Thorns. Tracker looks and says, I can't go into this shrine.
Oh, it was that bad? Yeah, I wanted to talk to you. Sorry, that all got so crazy. There were frittatas.
It's okay. I just feel, I honestly got distracted by the frittatas too.
Right, they're so cold. I thought it would be good, but it was actually like ice cold.
I think he put them in the freezer.
I think so too. I'm so sick of getting punked by him.
Yeah, it's also just weird to put kale and spinach in the same
Thank
frittata.
you. This is why I love you. We align on such. Okay, so that's the only entryway for us.
I can try to come through just to make sure, or maybe,
no.
or maybe like the van's gonna be here, right? Like,
Yeah.
So maybe I'll kick it with the van.
I mean, you know what this sounds like, right?
What?
This was my original idea to chain you inside the van and not allow you to come into the forest. Sounds like we need to like start that right now.
You see that her eyes go yellow, and she goes, "Are you trying to piss me off on purpose?"
I take out little handcuffs that have our initials.
Stop it. You see Sandra Lynn
You're
goes.
under arrest.
Sandra Lynn goes, "Knock it off!"
No one yells at Officer Kristen like that. I go to handcuff Sandra Lynn. Sorry, actually.
I'm not playing.
Yeah, me neither. Actually,
I'm not playing.
Were you about to leave?
So help me God, Kristen Applebee's. I understand that I work for you, but
That's
so
awful.
help.
All
Wow.
right.
You see, so Tracker says, she's gonna stay with the van, but she's gonna wait at the outside of the door just to like see you guys off. Galeer walks up to you, Fig. It's like, very well, as your representative. Oh no. Cool. Go ahead.
Wait, can I ask, Hangman, are you a devil or a demon?
I am a devil of the Nine Nails.
Are we cool with devils?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, devils are cool.
Well, we're not super cool with them.
Well, no, we're cool
Oh, I'm
with
sorry.
devils.
Do you have a problem with devils?
I don't have just
Oh,
any
Since
devil.
when do you
Why?
have a
Because
problem with
goblins have
devils?
such a great
No,
reputation.
that's what I'm saying. They're bad guys. They're bad goblins.
Hangman.
You're burned!
I'm saying if I was subpoenaed by crazy goblins who were taking me to a weird thing to punish a goblin friend who was taking in a gem,
I'm gonna put
I might
it out.
be
I'm gonna
concerned
put it
about
out
those
there.
goblins.
I'm gonna put it out there and say I got a subpoena from hell, and it's literally the tamest subpoena that could possibly. It makes sense. Gorthalax hasn't been there. They don't know where he's been there. They're acting pretty rationally. I'll play ball.
So the person who subpoenaed you, they were cool?
No.
I think we met her on
She
a
was
bad
horrible.
Day. Bad day.
all right.
Bad day for that one.
Good.
Cool. Go ahead, if you guys would be so kind, and give me a marching order with you and your hirelings. The door is very
Lord.
small.
I think I have to go in last because once I go in, it's gonna
yeah.
close.
Good call.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Wow, that's smart.
You see that
pretty
as
smart.
as people
Goddamn.
who are not you approach, briars grow out over the door. So you think that
Okay.
that you need to actually, in fact, be first to go through the door.
Okay, I'm gonna walk
And wait
through
in the
door
doorway
and
maybe, and
stand
we kinda,
in
like-
between. Like
I hang on
I'm
to
gonna
Fig's leg.
pretend to check my phone, which is actually an 80s brick phone.
You're like holding the elevator
and I'm just
open.
gonna pretend like I'm checking my phone, like I got distracted in the middle of walking through. Oh, I'm gonna check something.
Cool. You walk in the doorway. Galeer is right behind you. You see that he walks into the blasted plane of Avernus, and a little spark hits his sort of a bald patch on his head. He goes, ah! Covers
Put your
himself.
hat on. The denim hat will protect you.
He puts his beret on, his little beret.
Beret.
Marching order. Did you want to send the hangman in next as a devil after you?
Do you think that? Do you want to send the hangman in?
Hangman, get in there.
You
Do
can
you want
ride
to
it.
ride
Did you
it?
ride
Why
it?
don't
Let's
you
ride
ride
the
it?
hangman.
Or maybe a couple
Yeah,
people
does anyone want to
hang
hop
in.
on?
I'll hop on.
Great.
I'm still checking my
Sweet.
phone.
I'll go with Fig.
Can I reach over because Tracker's there seeing us off?
Tracker is there seeing you off. So give me an order like one by one. So it's Fig, Galeer, and then who else?
I
Hangman?
am literally, I think, in like Fig's backpack or just hanging on to Fig. So I am, I guess, second behind
Yeah.
Fig.
Hangman is me and Adine, cruising through after Galeer.
Do you want to go second to last or last? I don't really have a strong.
Maybe last. I just want to say goodbye to Tracker. Really
Okay, I'll go
quick.
second to
Feels
last.
crazy to split up.
Awesome.
Sandra Lynn is coming.
And you're riding, and then Adam's on the back of the hangman.
And Rog can be right behind us.
Is Tracker gonna be there by herself? I'm just-
Yeah, maybe we should leave Rog
Oh.
with Traka. Is that
Oh.
crazy?
Yeah. Don't make faces.
Oh, no.
Stop rolling
He's
dice
rolling
quietly. and make-
dice.
Fig, Galeer, walk in. The hangman,
I don't walk in. I stand, one leg in each.
sure thing.
I'm straddling the board.
Well, it's like a metaphor for your life.
Fig, holding the door
Oh,
open. Galeer, the hangman. Fabian, I'm going to need a DC 20 dexterity saving throw for
What about me? Because I was with Fig.
Yeah, he's in my pocket.
Can I give him
My
In your-
backpack.
I'm like hanging on to Fig. I was going in with Fig.
You're hanging on to Fig's.
What does that mean? You're half in, half out?
Wait, me as well?
Okay, so it's Fig and Riz in your backpack. Then it's Gleer. Okay, in that case, I'm actually going to need the same saving throw. I'm going to need a saving throw for Fabian and the Hangman.
Can I give him the help action?
Yes. Do you want to give it to the Hangman or to Fabian?
Give it to
I
the, give
think
it to the
I'll
hangman.
give it to the hangman because that seems more dangerous to me personally.
Cool.
Cool.
Stop using these cursed dice. You have so many new dice.
I do have so many new dice. That's a 15 for me,
Okay.
and that's plus 20 for the hangman.
Okay.
I gave help, so you should see if
Oh,
See if you crit.
you crit.
it is one higher. It's 19 plus 3, 22.
Fig, Riz in her backpack, Galeer standing next to her. The Hangman motors in. Hold on 1 second.
What's it mean that I'm on the hangman?
As your devil motorcycle crosses the threshold, the presence of a devil in the doorway. The briars snatch across you. The briars grab you, pull you through into the other side. Fabian and Adine, you are caught in the briars and forcibly ejected. The doorway of fire disappears. Fig, Riz, Galeer, and the Hangman are standing on a blasted plain as a doorway flips into a little bit of fire and vanishes.
Oh, that was bad. Oh dear.
Should I have gone last?
Oh, no.
Hangman, can I communicate with that?
You reach out to the Hangman. Sire, where are you?
Where are
I found you a butt. Leave my seat.
Something happened.
No.
The briar closed.
The warmth of your thighs left the stride of my...
All right, you can turn it down. Are you
I
okay?
can't turn it down. I'm sad.
Oh, you are literally the sweetest, meanest thing ever. Are you all okay?
Sire, you can hear me from the first of the 9. Yes, we are all right. You guys, Fig.
Feel bad. You didn't even want to come to hell.
I super wanted to come to hell.
You just don't like hell.
A blast of fire rains from the sky.
I cast protection from fire. Protection from fire on Riz.
Riz, you take no damage. You take only 2 points of damage. Galeer falls to the ground dead.
Wait, what?
No.
Wait, knocked out or dead?
At 0.
Okay.
He's at 0 hit points.
Oh my
heal
god.
He goes.
I really quick grabbed
His
Galeer.
little barrister wig is just burning.
All right,
Is he still in the robe?
let's
Still
put
in
him
the
on the
robe.
hangman. See, I told you hell was bad. I mean, this is awesome, but this is bad.
Hey, this is based on nothing, but I feel like Galeer is dead.
All right.
I only have healing word.
It's okay. I actually have the healer feat.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I a long time ago stole a first aid kit, and Galeer got pretty mad at me for stealing the first aid kit. But check this out, Galeer.
His first death saving throw.
Wait, no,
Healing word.
No, I'll just do that. Don't even waste your spell. I'll healer's kit him.
You see, he badly burned, wig on fire. Oh, what happened? Have we been attacked?
That was just the rain, just the fire rain.
You see the Hangman says, "Long have I waited to ride this place with my master astride me, and now he is gone."
I don't want to be part of the sad crew where everyone's
not
mad
the
to be in hell.
sad
How do we
crew.
get your master back?
My master, we must. The portal was created for the purpose of this dark tribunal. Once the tribunal is concluded, they are obliged by the ancient laws of hell to deposit us from whence we came.
Okay, so
so
I
we
guess
have to
we just
go
go to
through
the
it.
tribunal.
You see the Hangman says, "Pathetic elf, do you submit to the mark of the Hangman And you see that Galea says, huh? You see that both of the skull eyes glow with like dark red pinpoints of light, and he just etches a blast of blood and fire into a dark infernal rune on Galea's forehead. He goes, ah! And he says, the dark dominion of this place shall not harm you while you stride in the company of a devil of the 9 hells. And you see that a little red force field kind of goes overhead as you ping, like fire rain, doesn't touch Galea anymore. You're like walking under the hangman's protection. Fabian sending the hangman through was a very smart move in this circumstance.
All right, well, I guess Fabian can't get mad at us for riding the hangman.
All right, I hop on the hangman. Actually, I got my skateboard. I kick it on my skateboard.
Me and the hangman go way back.
Yeah, you can.
You can ride on the back of.
You see,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take like a rope and tie it around the hangman so I
do
can
kind of a
skateboard
wakeboarding
behind
thing.
you.
you see.
So it's gonna be me and Galea on you.
My master would never. You see that Galea says,
Please don't make me walk. The rocks are so hot, and my boat shoes have so many
He's gonna
holes.
talk about his boat shoes a lot if we don't ride you.
you see, so Galea and the bar and the hangman goes, an indignity I have never suffered before.
Huzzah!
You guys,
I light up a cigarette. I put my Compass Library card behind my ear, and I just ride it like a wakeboard on the back of it.
you guys take off. You guys ride to the only kind of structure you can see within sight. There is a very small structure. It's a massive gatehouse. And by mass, the smaller structure is large for a gatehouse, but not as large as a full castle. 2 little towers, spiked wrought iron things, and an iron gate. And you see that the gatehouse is at the middle of an enormous fucking pit. Just an open pit. Up above you, a swirling, smoky orifice of fire swirls in the sky. And you see falling a vast torrent of screaming, wailing, mutilated souls. Bodies just falling out of the red sky into this endless pit. And as you look over the edge, you see that the gatehouse, it's almost like a quarry road, like a spiral road that goes down the outside of the pit. And you see doors just built into the like craggy ledge that circles forever and ever down, and you just see these souls falling into this bottomless pit. You hear the screams of horror as they emerge, birthed from this fiery womb of a sky, falling. You see that even as they fall in panic, they grab each other and try to kill and slit each other's throats with shards of their own bones and beat each other to death with their fists, trying to like crawl out of the way as they fall into endless darkness.
Hey, Hangman, what do you think these guys did?
Well, it's hard to say, but depending on what they did, they'll end up on various levels of the 9 hells.
But these are bad people, right? What we're witnessing?
Murderers, thieves, liars.
The first one is way more severe than the latter two.
Liars. Start sweating.
Yes, the 9 hells seek to punish the wicked. Their souls will be rent asunder and punished, and eventually turned into lemures, the foot soldiers of hell's armies. Wicked, wicked souls now come from on high.
Oh, is this where they decide where everyone goes? Is that why the souls are coming through here?
You see, it says,
This is the domain of Gorthalax the Insatiable. As insatiable as he is, the bottomless pit, his castle, his dwelling place is as insatiable as he.
This is your dad's house.
It's your dad's house. Yeah, your dad lives here.
Cool.
Or
I know
lived
the
here.
security code, so I punch it.
he for sure would have been like, if you're ever
In hell for whatever reason, just here's the code.
It's 667.
You ready there?
you come up and you see this little number pad and it says
foolish would the mortal be to punch upon me numbers 3. Oh shit!
Boom, the doors open up. The hangman goes, great. And you guys scoot in. As you come into this, again, like this spiral thing descending, you see that like your dad's house is basically these series of giant devilish gates in this descending spiral ledge going down.
Tasteful.
And just souls falling forever and ever and ever. Galir goes, I'm so sad and scared. He looks up at you and goes,
I'm here for you.
I'm here for you as well, daughter. Nice library card. I see you're wearing it behind your ear now. It's a new choice. Normally there's a clove back there.
Well, I smoked the last clove, so needed something.
Well, one of your best friends has a jacket that can produce anything.
Well, one of my best friends is another. Don't probe any deeper.
I
It's just
grab
the
Galir's
stash
face
from-
and I want to investigate him. I want to like look and do like an insight check.
Yes.
Where'd you get this confidence?
give me a little insight check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
He goes, oh, I got confidence because Sandra Lynn asked to sleep with me and I said no.
Whoa!
He says, she gave me a massage. Jawbone broke up they broke up. Jawbone and Sandra Lynn broke up.
We don't know any of this.
Okay, first off.
It's more complex. There's a lot of more complexity to all of it.
yeah.
It's not. It sounds really bad, but it's just complicated in adults.
Right.
It's an adult
Yeah.
thing.
That's,
You're very scary. You're very intense sometimes.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. We're in hell. It's weird. It's. He said that thing about goblins before. It made me feel kind of crazy.
The hangman goes,
This I like.
well, take that confidence. Well, not the way that you just said that, because there was nothing confident about that, but take the idea of that confidence into the courtroom.
Listen, I said it all too fast and it came across in a very bad way. I believe that your mother and Jawbone are on very good terms. She didn't tell me all the information, but they are not currently together. But it's more complex than that. I can't speak to any of it. But it was not a bad thing. She was very kind to me our first night in Arborlee. We had a conversation in the van up until sunrise. You kids stayed up all night partying, by the way. It's very irresponsible, but we had a conversation until sunrise in the van, which was really wonderful. And we said a lot of things and found a lot of good things to say. And there was just a moment at the very tail end, because we had been very tender, where your mother made kind of a passing joke, and I said, no, thank you. And it was also very good after that happened, and everyone was happy and fine. But it meant a lot to me to find. Sorry, it just, there was a lot of healing. It was painful. The life goes up and down and round and round.
It honestly makes me really happy, because for the longest time I felt guilty. Like, I actually am part of the reason that destroyed your life. So seeing you start to come to terms with this is like great. Or like seeing you get a victory, seeing you get the W in this situation makes me feel a huge relief. So yes, keep turning her down.
you see, Galir looks at you and says, you felt guilt for the quality of my life?
I mean, how could I not? I'm a living embodiment of someone betraying you.
I'm going to turn my life around, and I've been failing you, and that's over now. And he continues to walk down the spiral. As he does, there's a blast of fire, and you see Vraz the Mean appears and goes, "Oh, are we all having a good time? What the fuck was that? You even fuck with me? Give me another hiss, you little fucking ball! You're a little bitch. I'm not scared of you. Oh, you want to see a hiss?
I have have to imagine that hell is not as bad as people say.
Vortex is great.
It's like
love him.
s'mores.
They have
Honestly, yeah.
subpoenas. I mean, things must be
like-
organized.
It's unfamiliar.
it's
It's unfamiliar to
boring.
us. Is that bad?
Hold me back. Hangman, hold me back.
My paralegal.
Oh, fuck! Wow, congratulations, I'm so happy. Are you gonna sit here or are we gonna do the tribunal?
Okay, what's going on with you? Do you need a hug?
I don't need a fucking hug, I'm Vraz the Mean. It's my title. I'm an Aranese, I run hell. My title is Arch Secretary.
Okay, so there's.
I'm having a bad time.
Yeah, well, I'm Riz the Ball, and I'm just gonna roll with this. We're here for your trial thing.
Go off.
You see,
I don't know why I'm saying
Hey, man,
this,
hold me
but
back, hold me
go
back.
bald.
Go
see-
bald.
you see the Galileo says, I'm holding.
Hold me
you
back.
back. I'm
Hold me
holding you
back. Hold me back.
I'm pushing you forward.
Um,
Get into it.
Vraz the Mean walks you into a tribunal room where there is a small little 3-seat bench, like a judge's bench, where she walks up. There is a vaguely humanoid figure. Hold on one sec. There is a vaguely humanoid figure there that is just like a giant mound of chains, but you see that there's clearly like chains coiled where arms would be and like torso and head, but it's just way too many chains. So it's like there's someone under there, but it's just a big pile of chains. And you can see it kind of moving with a lot of strain. And then next to it, where the third seat would be, there's no one at eye level. There's instead just a jet black iron spike, and about 10 feet up, there is a naked person who has like incredibly pale skin, is like bone thin, and just has pale translucent veins all over them, who's impaled on the spike about 10 feet up, looking at the spike coming out of their stomach and just kind of kicking and screaming, just screaming in the background.
It can't be as bad as people say.
No, I don't think so. But it's so, they're just in a waiting room.
I mean, heaven and hell are just reflections of each other, right?
Oh, man, you know what? Whoa, you know what?
Right?
Whoa.
You were in heaven and it was pretty nice.
Probably like a sauna,
It actually
right?
kind
Right.
of sucked.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, maybe hell's good.
Anyway, Tracker, I'm glad I'm here with you.
You see, Vraz the Mean calls the tribunal into order. She says, presiding hereby in the matter of Gorthalax's infernal domain, the bottomless pit, presiding Vraz the Mean, executor potentate, arch secretary of Blozo the Undiminished, regnant of Sloth, with me in co-jurorship are Kystrana the Chained and Lorzug the Impaled. You see that the guy Lorzug the Impaled just goes, you hear underneath all the chains, Kystrana the Chained go, present. You see that Vraz says, very well, today concerns the issue of Gorthalax's infernal negligence in administering his domain. 9 notices have been sent, 9 fully ignored. We hereby call forth the witness, Figurath Faith, firstborn daughter of Gorthalax the Insatiable.
I do everyone applaud.
It is, she says, this is a fucking hearing, you nitwit! There's no audience!
I light a cigarette and skateboard to the stand.
You guys all go forward. She goes, God. Okay. Are you aware of an intention on the behalf of your father, Gorthalax the Insatiable, to intentionally neglect his dominion over the bottomless pit under the rulership of Blozo, regnant of Sloth?
That I am not. I need to message Riz and say, I think I'm just going to tell them he's in a gem.
That's a good idea.
He's currently in a gem. Anything that it's not negligence, he has a lack of ability to even be here. He's been trapped in a gem.
You see that she says, okay. You see that she looks over and says, Kystrana, is that extenuating circumstance? Anything you have to do? See Kystrana goes, hold on, I'm going to try to shrug. Shoulders go up a little bit, come back down. You see that Vraz goes, okay, we might need a ruling on this, because if he was trapped by celestials or by demons or something, that's obviously going to be different. And you see she says, I'm going to get on the horn with Blozo is not coming. He said there's crazy traffic. Okay. Who trapped Gorthalax the Insatiable in a gem?
The Kalina. Kalina used a proxy to trap Gorthalax. Kalina, aka Shadowcat, hijacked a body and used it to trap demons. With the assistance of demons.
Very cool. Raz the Mean gets a plus 13 to her insight check. I'm now going to roll in the box of doom.
What does she need to get?
This is going to set a number for Fig to beat.
Okay. Roll your thing. I'm not gonna.
She rolled a natural 10.
Great, and Fig rolled a natural 20.
You had 2 good rolls.
I had 1 good roll.
Yes!
1 mediocre roll.
Thank you, Adine. I knew you were my lawyer.
You get a nat 20 deception.
I put my feet up on the.
Is it a deception? Though?
It is.
Okay.
I mean, I said it's true. She used a proxy.
Insight, and then she had to beat it with deception.
It is. I'm going to say it's deception because you're not saying it was
Okay,
you,
cool.
right?
Oh, right, it was technically you.
Yeah.
Cool. You see that Vraz looks around and says, okay, that's extenuating circumstances. Kalina.
She's in cahoots with the demons.
All right. Well, in that case, Gorthalax will be able to avoid punishment, but the 9 Hells are not responsible to keep his realm intact indefinitely, and if he's been taken by allies of the Tenari of the Abyss, then we have to seek another regnant for the bottomless pit. This tribunal is called to recess while bylaws are consulted.
I need passage for some people, and we need to get to Silver.
Oh, because the trial's over when I call a recess? Recess means the whole tribunal's over?
I thought.
Do you know what words mean? Do you know what words mean?
I didn't.
Oh my god.
Okay, first off, you're.
You called somebody in the middle of a trial. That was weird. Hold me back, hangman. Hold me back. Hold me back.
Hangman just like runs over your foot.
I push it forward. I push the ball forward.
I bet it's like 5 degrees hotter.
It's nice. It's like a dry heat.
You see
They're
Vraz.
drinking pina coladas.
You see Vraz looks over and says, "All right, imprison the mortals." You see that the hangman speaks up, and
We can work with a prison.
and you see that the hangman speaks up and says,
With your leave, Arch Secretary, we have been given passage to the bottomless pit as Figure of Faith is daughter of Gorthalax the Insatiable.
you hear Kaistrana go, "Do you have any proof?" And the hangman says,
I'll just take some blood. That's Gorthalax's blood.
you see the blood comes out as he touches the ground. It hits the ground, sizzles, and turns into a blood red imp, like a little scorpion-tailed imp, who goes,
Mistress!
Hi, cutie.
Yes!
Hi, cutie.
I'm gonna tickle him behind the ears. Is he taller than the ball?
he is that big. He is way smaller
Way
than
bigger
Vraz.
than a drop of blood.
You see he goes,
I am Retrot. I shall be your valet while you are here in the bottomless pit.
Is this proof enough to the tribunal?
"You're all under house arrest. Don't leave the bottomless pit until we figure this out." Click, click. And you see that she vanishes.
Hey,
Thanks for the help, Galir.
I got so scared in the middle. I got really scared in the middle of that.
It obviously went fine. It was a trial in hell. We're not dead.
Yeah, we're not dead.
You see that Retro.
Thanks to Adon, I feel.
I'm gonna say, Adam, that you actually did like send like a portent, a string of fate after Fig as the door closed.
Just like thinking about Adon.
I'm picturing the imp looking like a really like famous mouse. I can't say the name of it, but imagine a tiny, it's in like little like suspenders. Hi, cutie.
I'm picturing it look like a red boggy.
Oh!
Little fat, but like really long legs.
Stop, that's so cute.
Retrot says,
Would you like to be shown to your quarters?
Yeah. Also, I mean, do you know how to get around here?
Yes, many doors there are in the bottomless pit, and I would be happy to show you each and every one.
Yeah, we want to see the door to Arborlee.
I don't know if we have that door,
Okay.
but we can look.
Oh, you have more like doors to the different levels of hell?
Let me be super clear. The doors just go to rooms.
Oh, just like, oh, okay.
The doors go to rooms in the pit.
Okay.
Some hallways.
Is there a hot tub here?
Riz just kind of kicks his feet. All right.
A door goes to Kalina. Like right where she is no matter
You're
what.
not even here.
you see,
I guess we could just go to a regular room.
Retro Mystery Run. We're gonna cut back to Arborlee after the fucking door closes.
That was bad. That was
Gorgug
bad.
just runs into the bride.
Gorgug, stop.
yeah.
It's not gonna work.
Hey, Fabian.
Yes?
I'm sorry. I just realized. Do you know where your dad is in hell?
Somewhere. But I mean, I don't worry about my father. I mean, he's sailing, he cut open, what's his name? A Golden Horde, and he's
Name
probably
a ship.
sailing around, running schemes. He's probably having a great time. I miss him, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but he's thriving.
Well,
What do we
we
do?
can't do anything here.
Oh,
None
we
of
can
us
do
have
something.
plane shift. Why don't we go? Can I do an Arcana check on the mural?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Great.
Ooh, great call.
26.
It's so small.
A little tiny.
26?
Yes.
It's incredible. You see the cottage, the coin, a couple of things here. What are you
Are
kind of
there distinguishing features on this coin?
A coin?
Yes. It's all of the stuff in the.
sorry, you don't see a coin here.
Oh,
it's
right.
the spell book.
Oh, the spell book.
But-
Is there a mark on the spell book that is like a
With a-
distinguishing mark?
With a 26 Arcana, yes, there is.
Great.
You see a little occult rune there. And that occult rune you were able to memorize. Give me another Arcana check, if you'd be so kind.
You're doing great. Hey, I would love to help.
Help action, cool. Go.
Great. Yeah, because this is our two skills together, Arcana and Religion. Ooh, that's two 18s. Another 26.
Cool. You recognize the symbol. It's in your notes somewhere. There's like
Oh no.
you, not your notes physically, but like in Adine's
Oh,
stuff.
okay,
Do
great.
you have stone shape or anything?
No, I don't. I have erupting earth, but I don't think that would be
Yeah.
useful. Why don't we go? We could go look at the place that Sandra Lynn found.
Oh,
Cool.
sure.
Sandra Lynn looks and says, "Is Fig okay? Are you able to?"
Yeah, hangman.
Taya!
Is everyone all right?
We're going to a hot tub.
Oh,
Only me.
See,
Only
it sounds
me.
really
I
nice.
want to go too.
That sucks. We should be in hell.
Man,
I
we
wouldn't
have
be in
3
hell.
hot tubs. Well,
I don't
2.
know.
One of them is shrimp
I
defiled.
like a really hot tub.
I
And
really-
I bet,
Yeah,
I bet
yeah.
they
I like
crispier
a
there.
warm hot tub. Like I just don't. It's
well,
rough
the
on
warm
my
is nice
skin.
because
Okay.
you can stay in there for longer.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's
It just
Like,
feels
you want it
like
to be hot at first,
if it's
but-
just warm, I'm like, what's cooking in here? You know?
Cool. Sandra Lynn brings you
disinfectingly
to the
hot.
spot where they went through the wall. Anyone who wants to here, give me a nature check.
I would love to.
Me too.
I mean, can I do
14.
any kind of investigation around the house?
Can you kind of what?
Any kind of investigation around the house, or is this like totally a dead end?
You can do that. I'm gonna finish with the people that are in Arborly, and we'll cut back to Hell.
Could I make a survival check?
Yeah, actually, survival's great too.
19.
19.
9.
9.
14.
14.
With survival, that's a 21.
Damn it.
Go ahead, if you would be so kind, and give me a. Sorry, 1 second. Give me a roll for tracker as well. If you'd be so kind.
Little bean.
Damn bean.
Ooh, interesting.
Trackers, little beans.
So I don't know what you add to it, but tracker rolled a 5 on the little beans.
Okay.
5 on the little bean.
But you got a what again? Sorry.
21.
Oh, you got a 21. Okay. You're looking at it from here. This is farther away from Arborly by a good distance. As you look, the growth of the briar wall here seems a lot more tangled, if anything. On a 21 nature check, you also see that the geography here changes. This is actually up a cliff. You know that the terrain moving in the direction, if they are indeed going to the temple where you think they're going to, the terrain would be a lot rockier.
Going this way.
Yeah, going from where they went. It looks like they were trying to avoid Arborly or avoid entering in a sensible place where people would go look for them. They wanted to be somewhere way off. But you think it will probably slow them down to be going the way they're going.
Great.
God, that's great news. That's great news. Can I start messaging? Do you guys, should we, while we're waiting for them hopefully to come back, should we start doing some of this like prepping or?
For the tincture, yes, but we should do it in the Hallow because if we start doing it, Kalina will be able to see through your eyes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean,
We got.
Or
all
we
the
could
stuff.
do drugs.
Oh, we could get high.
Sangerlin says, what are you guys messaging about right now?
what? Just spring break.
Spring break.
The idea of spring break.
Yes, conceptually.
You know what we think we should get you? A massage. We think we should send
really-
you to the hot tub
Good idea.
and have someone massage you. Spa day. Cucumbers over your eyes.
They definitely have that here somewhere.
Cucumbers
Those-
on your ears.
Those weird gnomes will probably pound into you or
Dinky
something.
gnomes all over your body.
They walk on your back.
Yeah, the little bells jingle. It's very
I'm gonna
meditative.
go to one of the hot tubs at Holly Hill. Let's
Great.
get out of here.
Okay, yeah, let's get back there.
Um,
I have a lot of homework to do in the van.
Yeah.
Oh. What kind of homework?
yeah.
We gotta write an
you-
essay on what spring break means to us.
You guys head back to the van. You start doing stuff for the tinctures.
Okay, great.
Fabian, you hear a little thing from the hangman saying,
Oh, sire,
Oh, yes.
I am so sorry I failed you
No.
and the Oracle Adine today.
No, you didn't. It was, I mean, we had no idea that the briar would react in the way that it did. And honestly, I should have been more, like light on my feet.
Do you wish for me to attempt to send word to your father?
I was thinking about that. I mean, if it's convenient, I mean, I'm sure he's busy doing things, and I'm kind of doing my own thing right now, and I mean, would I love to talk to him? Of course, of course, he's my papa, but I don't. Yeah, why don't just don't be needy about it, Like if it can happen, but it doesn't need to happen, I don't need this. It wouldn't fill me with joy. It would just it would fill me with joy. Yes, yes, please do it.
I shall accomplish this task, sire.
anyone else? You've got work to do. Tracker's helping you.
Great. I was thinking maybe if it's not crazy, you guys can go through your coins.
Yeah, can I?
I don't know if that's a tedious task or maybe that's something we could do.
I mean, we don't have all of our money with us.
I will.
We each have 10,000 coins.
If this is
and
message,
10,000
uh,
we're in the Hello.
Okay. I think that they are. My guess is that, from what I understood about that scenario, was that we should look for sure, but I thought that
Yeah.
maybe they already grabbed it.
Can I look up in these notes what this rune means?
You start to look up what the rune means. As you do, you recognize that you saw it was in your notes because there was something you were copying when you were doing the sending spell. This rune was in a lot of stuff at compass points. Like Ida had studied this. You don't remember what it is exactly, but you know that Ida would know what it is.
Okay, I don't have sending right now, but as soon as we take a long rest, I can get it, and then I can contact Ida. Cool.
Should I go check in on my phone, see if it's ready? My crystal?
Didn't they say it would take a day or two?
Yeah. Never mind.
They did say they were doing that without your help, though.
Okay, well, since I'm stuck here, maybe I'll go help them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go
Do you
ahead.
want to sniff this before you go?
What is it? Is that the stuff?
Is that the dust moss?
I don't
Might
think
be
we should
dust
be doing
moths.
hallucinations.
I don't think I could do it.
You see Rog comes in shirtless. He looks like he's sweat about like 10 gallons of water out of his body. He goes, I'm really thirsty.
He's just doing
Are you
it
still
wrong.
tripping?
I think I'm okay.
Here, I get him some water.
Everything in the world is connected. Everything.
Yeah, see, these drugs I think I could do. The dragon spice stuff, very bad anxiety-wise.
that-
This
Yeah.
stuff I think would help me.
This seems sweet.
Adine, for real? I can never be anxious again because I don't even know if I can ever be fully in my body again.
That sounds scary.
No, I'm part of the universe, dude.
Oh.
Here's some water, man.
I gotta go to sleep. And you see
What?
he walks off.
I don't know if I'm like I just
I just kind of would feel bad if we did it without the other.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. I gotta
it's like a
focus. I gotta
group
focus on the
thing, yeah.
tincture. Yeah, totally.
It only takes me 4 hours. to
Gorgug
trance.
sprints to the other.
Like, I might as well start. If the guys come back before 4 hours is up, that's fine. I've had a short rest.
Cool.
If not, I've had a long rest and I can get sending.
Great.
You start doing your long rest to get that sending. Gorgug, you go back to the Tinkerer's Hall. Go ahead if you'd be so kind. As you approach, they excitedly, it's Gorgug Thistle Spring!
I'm back.
Kremkin. So you just start working with them that night on booting yourself up. It is very helpful that you're here, just because they don't know how a fucking crystal works.
It's crazy that I let you guys do this.
We like figuring it out.
Yeah. It's probably so much easier than I.
I would like you to give me a Tinkerer's check.
Okay.
I'm looking. A miracle can happen on a DC 20, on a DC 15. On a DC 15, and we'll do Box of Doom. On a DC 20, a miracle can happen. DC 15 means progress gets made.
Okay.
Hey
And they're rolling with advantage.
What is it? 10?
That's 10.
Okay. I'm rolling with advantage?
Yes, you're rolling with
Okay.
advantage.
So that's 15.
That's 15, so progress. That's a nat 20.
Miracle happened!
Zelda here! She loves you and she'll never leave.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
There are,
It's been a long.
yeah, there are some poetic fucking rolls today. You are up all night sweating. You got like, you take your, probably one of the first times you're taking your hoodie off in a long time. You're like, it's just hot. You're like working with, you get a new crystal pack on the back of this phone, and you have a crystal that can directly interface with your parents' satellite.
holy shit. Power it on. I see if I got any like old messages come through.
I mean, tons. Some from Zelda, not any recent from
Yeah.
Zelda. Like, but just tons that come through. Parents checking in. So many email forwards from your folks
Okay,
and pictures
yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of like tour date stuff for Fig and the Sig Figs.
Great.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I will give Zelda a call.
Oh boy. We're gonna do another Box of Doom roll.
I'm sorry, that's not a good relationship. If you're having to roll this many box of doom for your relationship,
We're gonna do another Box of
Yeah.
Doom roll right now. You have
I-
advantage. This is going to be a flat charisma check. This is gonna be a flat charisma check. We're gonna do Box of Doom. You have advantage.
Okay. I don't want.
With the little beads. Hey, yeah.
18.
Hey, yeah.
8. Cool.
18, and I add my charisma, which is 0. And then creatures have a disadvantage on charisma-based checks against me, if that matters.
Okay, no, that's not going to
for
matter
the-
here necessarily.
Seems good.
Yeah,
That's good. That's charismatic.
I'm feeling good. I made it work. I'm a genius.
Cool. You come back. Hold on one second. Hold on. You come back, and you hold on one second. You give a little call. I know the song I'm looking for.
It's not a great one to hear.
You give a little call. Are you doing video call or just a voice call?
Oh, I didn't realize video call was an option. Yeah, I'll do video call.
Beep-a-dee-dee-dee. Beep-a-dee-dee-dee.
I'll put my hoodie back on.
Beep-a-dee-dee-dee.
I love you.
Beep-a-dee-dee-dee. 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 First thing you see is a house in Elmville. It's night there as well. There's like a party going on. You see Zelda has little earbuds in. She's walking out. And she goes, looking at the phone, Gorgug?
Hey, Zelda. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, are you back in Spire?
I'm not. I'm still stuck outside of the Forest of the Nightmare King, but I figured out how to make my phone work. I got my crystals working now.
You made your, was that part of the quest?
Not part of the quest, part of a personal quest, if you will. It felt important to be able to talk to you and talk to the world and talk to you.
You see, she goes, how did it work? Do they have cell towers and stuff like that you got to service or
No,
something?
so I figured out how to kind of artifice stuff while we were gone. I've just been working on that pretty much the whole time, pretty much. And I figured it out. I met these gnomes. Hey guys, these are the dudes I've been working on.
Hello!
This is Crumpkin.
I'm Crumpkin Springbill, the head artificer of the Tinkerer's Hall of Arborley.
Awesome, yes. Right. So these guys have been helping me out, and we figured out how to use my parents' now. It's complicated. I don't know that I understand it well enough to explain it to another person.
You see that Zelda nods, and one of her eyes is covered with her hair, but in the other eye it wells up with tears, and some tears come down. And she says, "You took. So the reason that you went to get your phone, you did a whole bunch of new science to make your phone be able to call back."
Yeah, I mean, yeah. How are you? What's going on? What I missed?
I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I got so upset. You're the best, Gorgug. I really miss you so much.
Hey, I miss you too. I feel like, God, it's been a long spring break, right?
I can't believe. You see, she looks up and she goes, "Stop, go away. And you see that she looks up. You hear a bunch of the 7 maidens call out and say, "Good looking out, Gorgug. Stand up thing to do. You did it." She says, "I'm so embarrassed. My friends, I told my adventuring party that you were calling, and they followed me outside, and they. I'm so fucking embarrassed.
Well,
It's so
hello,
guys. You see, she's like, "Go get the fuck out of here. I'm talking to my boyfriend." And you see, she says, "Look, your friends aren't in danger. You're not fucking stuff up by building."
Fucked right now.
She says, "Because you went and did the phone, you don't have to do that. I'm so stupid.
It's
you don't
separate.
have to do that."
It's just an also. It's not because
You're not putting
of
anyone in
this.
danger by doing this phone
No.
stuff,
This is
right?
actually a good bit of downtime for me, and I'm also. What's great about this is I can help what we're actually working on right now with this. So it's sometimes things are good in more than one way.
She looks and says, I love you."
I love
You
you.
don't have to say it back.
No, no, no.
You don't have to say it back.
I-
God, it's so stupid. I jumped the
no,
gun.
no,
I'm sorry. I just been really. The red waste was super hard. We did we
Really?
did our we did it. I think we're gonna get a good grade on it.
Awesome. Yeah. Well,
I didn't mean to say I love you on the
No,
phone.
no, no.
That's
I love you. I love you too. I love you too.
you see that she wipes another tear away. Oh, I just wish you were here in person.
Yeah, me too. I haven't figured that technology out yet to make me there.
You don't have to do that.
We'll work on it.
She smiles. She looks back and says, "We're at another party at Ostentatious.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's super. Everyone's telling the story of how you jumped that fire elemental and like backyard wrestling smashed the beer pong table when time was stopped.
Totally forgot about that. That was
So fucking cool.
that was awesome.
You're really fucking cool, Gorgug.
Hey, you're cool. I mean, I want to hear more about the red waste, but now that I got the phone working, I also feel like I probably should get back to the group and,
Do it.
handle
You have
some business.
you
And
have
we can talk sooner than later.
we have a full quest. Honestly, just whenever you have downtime, if you want to shoot me a text, and I'll try to shoot you stuff too.
Awesome. I just have to say this just in case it doesn't work. We will probably go into the Forest of the Nightmare King pretty soon, so I don't know if the service thing will hold up there.
Okay.
It's worth mentioning just in case. I'm here to communicate.
She smiles and shakes her head, and she's like, "You're really great. I'm sorry I was freaked out. I only was freaked out because I really, really care about you, and this means a lot to me."
Means a lot to me too. I hope I'll talk to you tomorrow, I guess, and we'll just keep chatting. I'll see you when I get back.
I'll chat with you tomorrow, Gorgug.
All right.
Go knock him dead.
Awesome. Love you too.
Your phone. The Gnomish Tinkerer's Hall erupts into just incredible, just like, hooray! It worked, incredible!
It works. She said she loves me.
They pop a bunch of champagne bottles that are filled with this bright pink fizz that smells just like reeking sweet strawberry.
Wow.
Just like, let's have some gnome wine!
I love it, I know wine.
Incredible. It's
Awesome. Do I know Ida's phone number? I run back to the.
Ida doesn't have a phone. She's from a pirate city.
Of course.
But you are,
I'll
Zelda.
do a little gnome wine.
Your gnome does start getting messages, not text, because I don't know that they would all have your number, but on like social stuff, you start getting a bunch of like DMs from the other 7 maidens being like, "Way to go, big guy!" Like a bunch of like, and you make it to the van. Adine, you awake. Or not awake, you come out of trance in the middle of the night because you gotta jump on it.
Great.
You have that sending spell.
Yes. Let me just roll my div rolls. Very interesting. Yes, I am going to sending to Ida Eggfort. I should have been working this out while other people were talking. I've asked you Scurvy Devil, because that doesn't count for anything.
Yeah.
How is plane shift going? Also, need info on rune that looks like, and then I describe what the rune looks like.
You get a response back immediately from Ida that says, "I'm not a scurvy devil. Let's use the synod." You see, and then the last thing it says is, "Right jacket pocket."
I put my hand in my right jacket pocket.
Put your right jacket pocket. A key made of glowing blue crystalline energy emerges into your hand, and as it does, you see that just a nearby keyhole on a door starts to glow slightly blue.
Oh, I go through the door. I unlock the door.
You step into endless, starry void. Clear glass with a little shimmer of luminescence leads up to a massive, like 200-foot wide carved disc of glass hanging in space. Tall crystal menhirs and dolmens, like carved standing stones, that are, none of it is like craggy or crystalline in that kind of naturally forming way. It all looks very intentional, shaped, perfect glass and crystal with this clear and just the slightest tinge of blue luminescence to it. With a bunch of staircases that just lead away, and the staircases just abruptly end. Your staircase leaves this like sort of crackling blue door. Another door opens on one of the ends of the staircases, and you see that Ida walks through.
What is this place? This is amazing.
This is the Synod of Spire. She's pronouncing it, so Synod is how it's pronounced, but it's S-Y-N-O-D.
Yes, so
right?
it's a church thing.
It looks like it might just mean, in this sense, mean a like forum or council.
Oh, okay.
Just syn from like synthesis and like just meaning together, right? She says, she hands you a scroll that has a new first level spell on it for you to copy into your spell book.
Oh, thank you. What is this?
This is a wizard's spell to grant access to the Synod. It's basically if you need a meeting space for other wizards. It's extremely useful. It's very interesting that you reached out to me. I was almost about to reach out to you, actually, because I need some of your oracular abilities and help as well. But you have a rune issue you'd like to talk to me about.
Yes, we found, I guess I probably drew a picture of the rune, this rune on a book, and I remembered seeing it in the Compass Points library, but I don't remember what it meant.
You see, she looks at it and says, fascinating. That rune is abjurative magic, not protective. Abjuration is split into two primary functions of the school, as you are well aware, which is protective magic, wards and shields, and also meta magic, magic that interacts with and shapes the nature of magic itself.
Yes, I knew that, but thank you for re-explaining, because it's always good to read.
Always good to know, and I know that you know.
Yes.
Have I offended
love
you?
talking about magic.
Have I offended you, or have I said something? Are you mad at me?
I think you're great.
You're my best friend.
You're my best friend. Where did you go the other night?
I am in trouble. I need help.
Oh dear.
Let us resolve the issue of the rune while I am untroubled emotionally, and then I will divulge the rest.
Yes.
This rune is an abjurative rune that involves abjuration magic, specifically curses. Judging by this rune, and you in your books have seen this thing, like in some of the notes that your mom had, the coin that was given by the Nightmare King to Calvaxis had this rune on it that was also on the spell book of the goddess in the temple.
Right.
She says, this is a way to mask powerful curses and spells. You can take a tremendous amount of spellcraft, and in fact the ability to cast multiple spells, put it into a curse, and have that curse ride other curses. Basically using another curse to
hide underneath the curse.
Exactly. And the larger and more sort of permeable a curse is, the more that curse would be able to ride under the other one.
Strange.
What are you thinking of in this moment?
Well, I just know that Gorthalax was in a gem that had a curse underneath the curse. But that might be a coincidence. I mean, curses are 10 a penny.
Yes.
So I don't know. It's a strange coincidence.
10 a penny, yes. It's a metaphor.
Yes. It means common.
No, I know.
Curses are common.
I put it together in my head, but it just took me a moment, and then
Yes,
I
it's
didn't
funny.
laugh right away. You see that she says, Interesting. So I would say if this is connected to a magical object that you're aware of, that object would have been a curse that was a vessel for a wealth of other spell casting riding under the surface of a larger curse.
Right. Weird.
Weird. Not normal.
No.
You see that she looks at you and says,
Clever.
very clever.
So if somebody were to look at it, they would think that it was one curse. But actually, it's sort of like a zip drive.
A what?
It's it's like a bag of holding for curses.
Absolutely. Yes, a bag of holding for curses is exactly right. It would work best under a very large static curse. The more volatile a curse is, if there was a curse that, for example, could be ended easily or that had spell effects happening regularly, the volatility of that curse would make it not an ideal candidate for hiding behind. You would want the larger dummy curse, you'd want it to be something ambient, passive, not from a necessarily like first-hand spellcaster, the kind of curse that's created more by magical landscapes or creatures than by a spellcaster.
Oh, like the wall around the Forest of the Nightmare King, maybe?
Potentially. You see, she says, a fascinating arcane riddle. Thank you so much for
You're welcome.
bringing it.
How's your research going?
I'm working as fast as I can on plane shift to get it done as fast as possible.
Great, because Riz and Fig and the Hangman and Galia did get sort of sucked into hell, which is fine, I think. It's just
What?
a law. It's fine.
It doesn't sound fine.
No, because
It
Fig
sounds very
stands from
upsetting.
hell, so it's fine.
It sounds very upsetting.
No. I mean, we have discussed it, and we're pretty sure that hell is just sort of a reflection of heaven, and so both of them are not nearly.
We
as
have
good
to
or
go to
bad.
hell to rescue Fig.
No. She's.
Yes,
fine.
we do.
She's from hell.
Yes, we do. She's not from hell, she's from Spire.
I mean, are you sure?
Am I
Do
sure
we
that...
have to go?
Well,
What information
we should
do
just
you
do
have?
whatever we can to make it happen as fast as possible because I'm going to get another kiss, whatever happens.
What?
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 Is it normal for friends to know if their friends have kissed other people that they also know?
Yes, tell me everything about it.
Great. We went away for an hour from the party.
An hour? You were kissing for an hour?
You're elongating your sentences and pitching up so high that it makes me feel like I'm not supposed...
I support this. I am happy about it. I am amazed. Ooh, she's secretive.
It's good that you know this, right?
Yes, it's very good that I know this.
You see, she says, wonderful. Her lips are the softest things I've ever felt. But that's not good.
What? No, I'm glad that you. I don't need to know details.
What's critical
about
information?
My friends kissing. I just. You're right. I did.
If you
say
kiss
that
someone-
I did tell you to tell me everything, and then you did, and I actually didn't need to know everything. Wow.
I have some questions for you
Yes.
as Oracle.
Okay.
In how many potential futures does Fig not want to kiss me and be around me anymore? And can those futures be avoided?
Oh, I wish I could tell you. Unfortunately, that's not really how being the Oracle works. It's more of a, I can help out a little bit every day, and then every now and again I get a potentially terrifying vision, but I don't know when that's going to happen or why.
Terrible. If someone kisses you, does that mean de facto that they are attracted to you? Or is there a possibility that someone would kiss you for some other reason?
I think from a purely academic standpoint,
Perfect, I am an academic.
fantastic. I would say that on a macro level, there are probably people who kiss you without caring about you, but I don't think that Fig would do that because Fig cares about everybody.
Are you saying this as Oracle or because you have knowledge of Fig that would lead you to this conclusion?
Yes.
Both, excellent. You see that she says, if we kissed a bunch of times over the course of an hour, does that mean we are girlfriends or wives? And
I mean,
what?
I'm gonna say no on wives.
Good. There's a ceremony. That's formal.
Yes.
Much easier. A better
Girlfriends,
system.
I would say lots of times over the course of an hour, I think potentially, but I think that it's reasonable to ask to clarify.
Okay. And if I were to ask Fig to clarify if we are girlfriends or dating each other,
Yes.
will that make me, on a social level, look sad, weird, or not normal?
I don't think that you should worry about. The first answer is no. But also, if you like a person and they like you and the relationship is good, it shouldn't matter how other people feel about it. I think.
The variables involved in the equation you've posited are so fuzzy as to be
I
mad.
don't think you are sad or weird. And I think that you dating,
Thank you.
I think you're very, very cool.
I think you're very, very cool.
And it's so nice to talk about the kind of magic that I do with somebody else who gets it and is not mean.
Are you someone who also worries about having a mind that maybe would be foreign to a lot of people? And
I don't know if I worry about it. It's just a point of everyday existence for me. I mean, I worry about everything,
yes,
but it's not. It's not a peak worry for me.
I understand. It's nice to have a person who understands. And even if we're not the same, understanding that we're both not the same and what being not the same feels like makes me feel like we're the same. And that's good.
And it's okay that we're all different. I mean, I love all of my friends, and they can do things that I can't do, and I can do things that they can't do.
You're a very special person, and your friendship means the world to me. I hope we study magic together for a long, long time.
Yes, me too. Thank you for this key. This place is so cool. I know I keep on saying it, but I can't believe that this place is so cool.
It's extremely cool, and I like to be here. It's a good place to go when you want to be alone because you live on a dirty pirate island.
Oh, I understand that, because I always want to be alone a lot of the time, except when I don't, and I really want to be with other people. It's very confusing. Anxiety
No.
is a very confusing thing. I want to be alone and also surrounded by my friends at all times.
That contradiction and paradox is something that I have studied many times myself.
Oh, fascinating. Do you have notes?
About how my mind works?
Yes. No.
Yes.
Friendship.
Oh, what do you have? I have an entire friendship section I built in the library because I was so lonely.
Oh! Wow.
Is that strange to have revealed that?
No.
I
that's a
love
good
you
idea.
too. You're my best friend, and
Yes.
If I don't smell Fig's hair again, I'm going to incinerate. And so I need to finish plane shift right now.
Yes, please do. Yes, that would be good.
Very well. Oracle, this Council of the Synod is concluded.
Farewell.
Farewell. And that's all for this week on Fantasy High. Tune in next week.
I know a secret.
Look at that. It's
What
gonna
is
get
it?
out, dude.